Jabba the Hutt laugh to start it off. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. I feel like the lights are dimmer here today. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me.
They are slightly dimmer.
Damn, bro, with the second echo. What did you say?
They are slightly dimmer.
Okay, see, that wasn't just me. Anyways, welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Xavier Guerrero.
What's up, fool?
What's up, dog, man? I'm fucking recharged, bro. I think I need to take every Thursday off.
I mean, fuck it, do it.
At least I think I really, for me to come in here 1,000% for the We Don't Smoke the Same maniacs, I gotta take a fucking break on Thursdays, bro.
Take it.
Coming in here fucking fully recharged, ready to package like 10,000 packages when I go back home. Usually I'm done by 7 o'clock. Sometimes you come in here and I'm asleep. Let me smell it.
Yeah,
I'm asleep sometimes, but today I had a day off, bro. I had a great ass day, bro. There's a lot going on today.
What'd you do?
Well, I'll tell you guys what we did today. And before I keep going, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors and thank everybody who does follow our sponsors. Let you guys know that this show is brought to you by, first off, Rosemary Fountain. Make sure you guys check them out for kombucha and wellness shots. Wellness boost immunity drinks. Also, second, Budvac at budvac.com. Glass vacuum storage systems. Make sure you check them out. Special code word WDSTS. WDSTS. Third, Zishy with Zishy.com. Get away from the pussy that looks like it smells fishy and jack off to bitches on Zishy. You know what I mean? Fucking messing. That's the new one. And also
I like it.
Make sure you guys check out and watch last week's episode featuring Magic Genetics, which is another sponsors, but we definitely got it going. Oh shit, take a seat, man. Welcome. But I'll definitely tell you what I did right now. Let me finish introducing you guys. And behind the boards, fucking Ray, aka Morningshotfilms. What up, Ray? Welcome back.
Good evening.
Help yourself too, man. If you
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And man, I'm really excited about this, man, because I think if you're not Cuban or Puerto Rican, like the idea of playing baseball is not really realistic. Like you don't really have a dad rooting for you. Like if you're any part of other in like Southern America, like they're rooting for soccer more likely.
Yeah, my dad, me, I'm Mexican, paisa. Baseball was never in consideration.
It
was just soccer de por vida. And it was like the only time I remember baseball being a part of our life. We lived in Orange County. Was when the Angels won. The only time my dad gave a fuck and was like, "This is baseball."
My dad gave a fuck because my grandpa from his side and then one of my uncles used to be really diehard with all the Dodger stuff, man. And then that made them, at least I know now, because you could put it together when you're older. I was like, the kind of movies that you got bought, if you're a 90s kid, the movies that you got bought in VHS tell you a lot about your childhood. But when I saw The Sandlot, bro, and I saw that shit not only made me want to play baseball, but I didn't even know about like paying attention to the players. I didn't even, like, for real, I didn't even know. I was just like, yo, this is how you play the sport. I want to play. I wasn't trying to focus on the players, But then when you seen the movie, The Sandlot, which is what I'm talking about, and you seen like a bunch of kids, not just fucking, it wasn't just white kids in the fucking movie, dog. There was a fucking Latino in there. There was a little black kid off it. I was like, oh man, hell yeah, bro. We talking some serious shit.
But it wasn't just baseball. That summer, you watch this movie and like, I need a summer like that. Like where everything happened.
That shit makes you search for summers that, like, with the shit that we look for now. I feel like that's why our generation is so focused on going back in time. But, without further to go, and, before I keep rambling on, I want to go ahead and give a big round of applause and welcome the one and only, I don't want to fuck up your name, Chauncey Leopardi, a.k.a. Squints from the Sandlot. Man, let's fucking give a round of applause, bro.
There we go.
This is late. Dog, man, you on stoner time, bro.
Yeah, I was around the corner trying to get a coffee with the longest. I had one person in front of me, dog, and it was like they took like 25 minutes. I was about to push them out of the way. It was bad.
It sounds like with LA opening up to 100% its capacity, people not only forgot how to drive, they forgot how to stand in line.
How to integrate back in the public, bro. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. It's fucking wild, man. And so going back to the whole Sandlot thing, bro. We've gotten the privilege to meet a lot of motherfuckers that like we grew up like watching, you know what I mean? In the 90s, whether your parents were listening to music, I got to meet Lupillo the other day.
Full House chick?
I get to meet wrestlers from Full House. I met wrestlers, Full House. I've people from Full House. I've met just a variety of everybody, bro. And this is a movie that I saw, and here's another one off the bucket list, bro. We're like We're living 90s kids fucking dreams, bro. We're sitting here next to Squint. And on top of that, bro, out of all those kids, at least you're the one that's like open up. I mean, you have your own brand of like your own cannabis brand, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, but I cultivate, so I'm actually in the cannabis business. So it's
Bro,
not like a celebrity brand, but I've been growing weed for 20 years. So
That's fucking.
it's kind of like just all coming together in that sense.
You're
so.
just like, now's the moment to shine, huh?
I mean,
For a lot of stoners that have been in there for a while, that's how you feel now.
yeah, because, I ran shops in like micro business type of situation for, probably like the last 10 years, but there was no point in like putting yourself out there like that at that time, you know what I mean?
It wasn't like fools weren't getting recruited. You know what I mean? There wasn't no baseball scouts out there for us. You know?
No,
Yeah.
not at all, bro. You know what I mean? Like the opposite. Like we didn't want to be in the limelight for any reason, but now it's kind of like.
Yeah, because some of the craziest growers that I've met here, especially because, working alongside B-Real, this is the
course.
Temple and shit, like, you get
Yeah.
to see a lot of his friends or people that, like, knew him, and, like, at that time when he started, when you grew that shit, that was you were that person. You were very secretive, and those people that have stayed in the game for that long, they're all coming out, and people know the difference between quality and quantity, you know what I mean? It's no longer $35 for 7 grams. You know what that brings you. But, I mean, you're people that really have been in the scene, they're out here coming out and shining, man. So you said how many years? 20 what?
I hung my first light like 20 years ago. I've been medical since '01.
Damn, bro.
I'll be 40 this year, so yeah, I've been selling weed since I was a little kid. That
I
was
want-
kind of my thing.
I want to say, damn, it kind of sounds like the fucking right here, dog. It's relatable, dog. It's like, you could do it, dog.
Yeah.
It's kind of like everybody's story here, bro. We all fucking been everybody here has sold weed at some point at some time, bro. You know what I mean?
It's part of the game.
How old were you when the movie was recorded? Like you personally, because you know how they changed the ages.
Yeah. No, I was 11 when we shot the film, and it came out. I was 12, so I was in seventh grade. It came out.
Damn.
Yeah.
7th grade, bro. And at that point, I mean, without no social media and because it's like now if you're like a motherfucker, even on iCarly on one episode, bro, like your
it's
page
huge.
is verified,
Yeah,
motherfuckers getting
yeah.
interviewed and shit. What was it like during that time?
Nah, it was low key. I remember going to see the film with some friends when it came out at the mall, at the Northridge Mall back in the day. They had a theater there, and we went there and saw the film with some girl I was dating and like some other friends and whatever. But it wasn't like a big deal, you know. And then I kept working, and I was in and out of school after that doing other stuff. But it wasn't like you said, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like outside of being like in like Teeny Bopper, fucking Teen Beat magazines or some shit like that. Like nobody knows who you are.
It's not. I mean,
Even as a musician, you have to go to the show to see these people or have like any interaction with them. You know what I mean?
Would you
No
say that's like the
TMZ,
same
nothing? You know what I mean?
the same Bud Bundy era? Would you say?
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah,
Yeah,
it is Bud Bundy era. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
a little bit older than me, but yeah, Married with Children was hot. It's the '90s, bro. It's like
Yeah, and
you know?
even when you speak to when you speak to David, sometimes he'll talk about it was more of a very small community. It's like you knew who was who in that clique. You know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
you knew the people that you
he
had
was
met.
a little bit older, so he had like the fun '90s version of things because he was on a fucking hit show and he had a little nightclub.
Yeah,
David Faustino. Yeah,
that's
he had a
where
little nightclub.
Like,
he
you
would
know
have
who-
B-Real come up in it. That's how those
Yeah.
fools met, bro.
That's how
Like,
they met. Yeah, I'm sure.
Like,
did you ever go to that club?
No, I was too young. So they're like the generation right before me. So, but it was kind of dope because it was like a cool time to be a celebrity or be getting money at that
Yeah.
time because TV had just blown up and those dudes were getting paid big money and weekly. You know what I mean? Doing these shows and you could live a normal life, a normal great life without being like you ain't going nowhere now if you're on
Yeah.
a hit show like that or on a hit Netflix show or something. Like you can't leave the house, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody
Like,
knows
you know who
are.
couldn't was the guy from Home Alone.
Oh, Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, when he went out, as a little
Yeah,
kid, you were like, I want to be him.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he
To like
it was
that fool
rough,
turned
you know?
18, and then you're like, damn, fool, why do you look like
Good
you're
thing
32?
is like he's in New York, so he could just kind of hide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they're cool people. I did a film with his brother. I did Father of the Bride with his little brother. They're good people. I've never met Macaulay, but I never met Macaulay, but I met his whole family and stuff. Good people, yeah.
No, it's to have the chance, because I want to say, when did you have the 25th anniversary for the Sandlot? It was like, what, 2 years ago, I want to say? It was, you guys were on ESPN and the...
Yeah, it was 2 years ago, a couple years ago.
Yeah, so a couple years ago, that's when I saw, like... I was
Might be
like,
coming up on 3 summers now.
Yeah.
Because last summer was a wash.
you just, like, skip it?
Yeah.
So that's the reason I was like,
that
I don't
one
know...
doesn't count.
Yeah. So I remember, bro, just watching ESPN going up in it, and like I remember even like certain like Dodger games, they'll have like highlights of it's the 25th anniversary and stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm just like tripping out. I'm like, man, you don't think that a movie like that's gonna be impactful into like the depth it went in sports, because there's a lot of baseball fools that look
Oh,
up to
yeah.
you guys, and you guys are fictional characters, bro. Like,
They're in the Hall of Fame, dog.
yeah, bro, you guys are in the Hall of Fame, bro. Like,
That shit's crazy. Nobody gets into Cooperstown. That shit is like a big
Yeah.
deal. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, it's weird. And now like, I forget these dudes are monsters, so you don't think that, but like they're like kids to me now because they're in their fucking like 20s. I'll be 40 years old. You know what I mean? So they really did like grow up like looking
Yeah.
up to us. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously we're like starstruck when we see them and interact with them as well because. You know, it's like Aaron Judge or somebody's fucking shaking your hand, and you're like, "Oh shit!"
you trip out, and you're like, "Yo, man,
Yeah, bro.
Did you guys play baseball? Did any of the kids that on the Sandlot, were any of them
I mean,
like?
Benny was obviously he was really good at baseball. Mike was very good at baseball, but us we were like proficient. We
Yeah.
did some like we did some training before we went to go shoot the film where we all kind of played. Some of the guys were whack, but I mean it is
Yeah.
what it is. You know what I mean? We made it work.
And did all you guys in the cast know each other before that?
No, none of us knew each other, but we did this like. We screen test kind of like we were mixing matching kids and kind of figuring out who was going to be who for a while. We did like 2 weeks of like baseball practice and then like hardcore rehearsal, which they don't do anymore at all. But I feel like had an effect on kind of us, you know, being comfortable with each other and then like, you know, having some type of rapport. It's hard to like go on set as a child, especially as an adult actor. You're like, you know, you're there to do your shit. You're going to shoot the movie backwards if you have to, but whatever it is, it's going to turn out
Yeah.
all right. As a kid, it's like, I think it's better that you get this, like, chemistry. You know what I'm saying?
Was that even something that you wanted at that age, bro? Because, like, I don't think that, like, the thought of me, oh, I want to be that dude on TV or I want to be that person, it didn't cross my mind till, like, I got a little bit older and understood that, like, you know, like you're starting to get paid for that shit. Do you understand, like, why there's incentives to it? Like, were your parents taking you to any of those classes, or you were just like, yo, who's just approaching you and said, yo.
I ended up, like, I started in Dallas, and I ended up acting by accident because somebody was bugging my mom. I was, like, a cute kid, and they wanted to send me out on shit. And then I just started booking everything I went out on, kind of, you know what I mean? They bugged my mom for a while. She finally was like, fuck it, we'll take them on an audition. I booked that. I started to work, and then I just kept doing stuff. But, nah, I mean, I was trying to hang out with my friends and shit and be a kid.
Yep.
So I was
trying to live a
constantly,
normal
like,
life and shit, bro.
like, I ain't trying to do this shit. Or maybe I want to cut my hair and don't want to have it long. It's like, you got, you know, how you going to tell a child that he has no control in his life for any reason? Or, you know what I mean? Or a young adult will say
Yeah.
that, yeah, well, that's not part of the show. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm sure people in the biz now, you have a little more freedom. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
You can create your own content. You know, there's other platforms. Back then, it was like, yo, bro, this kid is known for having long hair. You cut his hair, and we're not going to use him for work
like
anymore.
that
It's kinda
Christmas
like
Carol
that deal,
kid.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
today's like that now. Like if you're fat and you get skinny, they don't want you for parts.
Jonah Hill?
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
I mean,
people
it
like
took him
that.
a while to break out of that. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But he's not the same Jonah Hill. I mean, he's the same Jonah Hill to me. He's amazing. God
Yeah.
bless him. I'm glad that he got to you know.
Yeah, but there's a
do his
different,
thing.
there's,
But the Hollywood doesn't see that though.
No,
they
fat
want
guys are
Jonah,
funny.
They
Yeah.
want Jonah Hill types.
I was like,
Yeah.
didn't Jack Black
And now they
decide to
got
get
other
fat
Jonah
again?
Hill types because that's what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's
you know,
fucked up. But you know,
there's 90s kids, there's mid 90s Jonah Hill, and then there's super bad fucking Jonah Hill, and those are two different people, bro. And I feel like he kind of had to do, he didn't have to, but he did the whole mid 90s thing just to like show these motherfuckers like, hey, I could fucking direct this shit and ring these
that was a
bells
great
too.
film, by the way.
It was. That's
He
what I'm
did a good
saying.
job.
He did a great job
And
for
it was
it.
obviously like that was kind of like my shit. We were skaters, growing up in the valley, running around, being crazy, doing crazy shit, going to LA to skate, like big LA spots and shit. And they kind of nailed it with that movie. Just like the party scene and everything was like pretty well done. So he must have been around to like vibe out with that time frame.
Do you feel that movie is what the Sandlot was for baseball people? Like, because, you know, I feel like that's for skateboarders. You know what I mean?
I mean, the Sandlot is like, it was just, you can't like replicate that. You know what I'm
No.
saying? It hits every value, every background. It's a bunch of kids that were
Yeah.
like have-nots coming together, and like, you know, every race you got everything in there, and it's set in like, so this is the way the director explains it, because the movie is set in the 60s, right? And it's a super period piece that is like really like relevant to that time frame. It lives forever, bro. And the reason it lives forever is because it's a legend. It's like this tale that everybody wants to be attracted to about this like little piece of Americana that is like that is what people remember as like America. You know what I mean? In a sense, baseball, fucking barbecues, the dog, the whole thing. It was like the last innocence. You know what I'm saying? Before things got different.
There was foods that I saw in that movie, dog, that I was like, how come we don't eat this shit on the 4th of July, bro? Like when you seen that scene with all
big
the
old block party and the whole thing.
With all the food, bro. You seen like I'm like you seen the hot dogs, the
Them
cake,
cakes,
the
bro?
pies. Yeah, and I'm just like I remember going back. I was like, where the fuck is all this on the 4th of July?
Oh, you see, it's just bullet shells in the hood.
Used to smell carne asada and fucking the helicopters over this shit, bro. So after the Sandlot, bro, like how long ago did till weed came in?
I think the first time I got high, it was like the next year, bro. I think it was 8th grade on the fucking field at my school at Sutter Junior High.
So
Some chick I knew brought a pipe to school and we smoked out. I got a funny story about that, actually. I got busted by my parents.
At school?
No, talking to her afterwards, right?
Oh, you gotta tell us, bro.
So check this out. So this is fucking hilarious. School had just started. It's like 8th grade year. So anyway, I start smoking with this chick.
Right.
She might be a grade older than me or something. And I'm talking to her. You know, it was like party line back then, because if somebody picked up a phone in the other fucking room of the house, they're listening to your conversation. It's not like you got your own shit. You know
You
what
were
I'm
on
saying?
the party line, dog?
Well, nah. I mean, I was just on the phone. But if my dad picks up the phone and just starts listening, then he's going to hear some crazy shit probably. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
So my stepdad at the time, this fool picks up the phone, and I'm talking to this chick about, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And he turns on the fucking... The recorder, bro, the answering machine, because you could record on it too.
Yeah.
And he turns on the tape and just starts recording. So here I am talking
Creepy,
about
dog.
bring the pipe to school and all this fucking random ass
Oh,
shit.
I thought you guys were talking sex talk. It's weed talk.
Like who fucking knows?
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Like, that's where it went. And then so my mom comes in and she's like, I had been off the phone, blah 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 blah, some this and that, whoop de whoop about this, and I'm like, the fuck is she talking about? And why does she sound like she knows what she's talking about too? You know what I mean? And then she just like keeps grilling me. Oh, so you were getting high with so and so and blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck? How does this chick know? She's like, we're not stupid. We listened to you on the fucking thing, fool. Blah 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 blah. Yo, this girl, she freaked out. I had just went school shopping for like all new clothes, and she was like, it was like, this is like super graph time. So like all these like gypsies and thieves and all these dope like graph clothing and like Melrose vibes is starting to become a thing. This is before Genco a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Right before, but around that frame, yeah.
Okay.
And she's like, fuck it, you're not wearing none of this shit, blah, 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 blah. She went and cut up all my pants and shirts that I just got to start to school. She's like, I'm going to put you in fucking, you're going to school in khakis and polos.
All because you smoked?
Yeah, she went crazy.
That's
But,
a big punishment. I mean, I've told them that I used to know this one girl who she got caught sneaking out. Her dad gave her one outfit for the whole week. He let her pick it, but the whole week.
But that was it.
Yeah, he was like, you think you're hot now? Guys ain't going to find you hot when you're wearing the same clothes every day. We recognized it, and she's like...
I mean, she fucked up, though,
Yeah.
kinda. She gave me khakis and polos, and that shit was, like, right up my alley anyway. I was like, fuck it.
I mean, sometimes I think like I don't think parents these days do anything like that. Like remember I told you that I used to have friends and family that lived next to me for a while when I was a kid, and the girl used to sneak out a lot. And one day her dad got tired of it and he shaved her head.
That's some gangster shit,
He was
dude.
just like, "Yo, man, you're not gonna respect my house. If you're gonna come back here, these are my rules."
Huh?
Yeah,
Shaved
they be
her
on
shit.
some wild shit, bro. I've been... Yeah, they used to be wild, bro. I won't even put them on blast like that. I think the statute of limitations up on beating my ass, but
I mean, I think everybody here.
We've all been...
Yeah, we talk about this a lot,
I think when
bro.
I was like 7, not for real, when I was like 7 or something, I was getting the ass whooping, and I was like literally like grabbing the phone to call fucking the cops on my mom. She ripped the phone cord out the wall and choked me with it, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
Bro,
Yeah,
you know how
that was the
excited
last time,
I was to see my
That was the
little
last
brother?
time I reached for the 911 number for sure, bro. I ain't dialed it since.
You know, I've always.
She's like,
I always wanted to speak to the motherfucker that actually had to do it, because my mom always says, like, oh, I know you've seen the TV. I know you could go ahead and call CPS on me, but if you call them, motherfucker, I'm going to give you... It takes a couple minutes for them to come over here, and I'm going to give you a reason for them to take you away. But that's just... Bro, 90s ass beatings were something else, bro.
That's how I was today and shit like that. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm about to see my little brother get his ass beat because he just went to jail. Nah, fucking the only thing this fool got was his
took his
Jordans
phone away?
took his phone away and took his Jordans away.
How old is he?
He's 22.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I was like, homie, like, what the fuck, bro? I was like, at 22 when I
Well,
did
at that point,
mom's-
you can't beat that fool's ass, dog. You can
Yeah.
I think the ultimate punishment
Bro,
is like you gotta...
I got kicked out, fool.
Yeah, you just gotta... That's
Yeah,
the
I
one
was like,
thing.
yeah, I was like, all you got was your phone taken away and your shoes, bro. I was like, you're lucky. I was like, when I got in trouble for this smoking some weed, mom kicked me the fuck out and said, hey, go live your life as being a stoner. And I made it a successful life.
Been working out so far, right?
Yeah, it's been working out real great.
It does, you know, it kind of does, man. Once you learn how to tame the fucking beast, bro. Because I think parents have the worst expectations once you get involved with something like this. And if you find out your kid's smoking these days, bro, like it's not the same thing as it was before, man. I remember getting like
they come from an era where the shit was like straight up the devil, bro. Like literally, like they come from an era where this like. Even if they were cool or hip with it, it wasn't okay. You know what I'm saying? It was a gateway drug. It was bad. It was associated with all this bad propaganda and bullshit. So
still people in jail from it from the 90s.
Yep.
Still, bro. Yeah. I mean, I was with some dudes from Florida, friends of mine. We're at the fucking Roosevelt at the pool smoking weed. This is a few years back too. This is like, I think rec was just coming into effect right now, right? Still medical, whatever, but it was LA, and you know, everybody was blowing big smoke already.
Everybody
everywhere.
wanted to be fucking Cheech and Chong.
You know, and this dude had just got out of prison, out of the feds, did like 8 years straight for trafficking for weed. You know what I mean? From Florida, and he just paroled and was off parole and was in LA on like vacation with some of his homies, and he was tripping out because he's like, I could just see the look on his face, and I'm talking to the dude, and he's like, damn, dog, I just did 8 years, like lost a decade straight up after that and being on parole. And he's like, and you guys are just here like
living it up.
it didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? He's seeing weed money thrown around and just big smoke and in public, like it doesn't, like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
And
I'd be even scared to smoke it. Yeah, I'd be scared to smoke it.
He was just like, fuck, bro. Like, what was that for? Like a whole decade gone for what?
I mean,
for this to happen, basically. You know
then
what I mean?
that's
Shitty
really
timing,
taking
but that's what it is.
the cool way out. That's the cool approach on it, bro. Because imagine the motherfuckers that come out of there bitter. They're like, man, I'm over here serving like X amount of years because you got caught with some weed, whether it was a big amount or a small amount. You know what I'm saying? You did some time, and then you see motherfuckers in here fucking driving, smoking, fucking. They get caught at the cops like, oh, you got an eighth? Cool, just go ahead and get on with your day. When motherfuckers would get Rodney King before for that shit, bro.
Ezone, there's people right now in jail for weed, and you can literally call Uber weed or whatever to come drop it off here. Imagine how pissed you are in there knowing that your niece is picking up weed at a fucking store, and she's there telling you, yeah, I just went up and picked up weed from Made Man's, and it looks like Target, and you're on the other side for weed.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
bro.
That's very true, man.
There's people right now in jail for that shit.
So you said you started smoking right a year after like the whole Sandlot filming. What about, you said you've been dabbling with the whole growing for a long time. What was your first plant? Do you remember that?
The first plants I had, I got from Inglewood Wellness Center. So before all of the medical dispensaries and shit, my boy Dietrich is a soul assassin, is, you know, with the gang.
He's in
worked
the gang.
for Mugs
Okay.
for years.
That guy is a legend right there.
So I've been around them and Mugs and the whole scene for a while. I was a kid, you know, but Dietrich was like my homeboy. We had met when I was young and whatever else. I went to Dr. Eidelman, I got medical, and then I think that I got plants from Inglewood Wellness. Inglewood Wellness was right on Manchester Boulevard right here. It was one of the first original spots. Like after Yellow House, then there was Inglewood Wellness. It's one of the first like 3 dispensaries in LA. And this
Man,
dude
this
Paul,
was going to the hood, dog.
Paul was he was a man that had HIV and was like a real patient. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
he needed this shit.
Yeah, bro, and he gave it to the community. And Annie's, you know, a black man in the fucking early 2000s opening a weed dispensary in Inglewood, obviously, you know what I'm saying, was like, he put himself on the line, you know what I mean?
Before everybody was talking about black-owned business and shit, you know, this fool was out here doing it.
No, I mean, this was like, to be anybody opening a dispensary at that time, you were ready to get rounded up by the feds and put in prison forever, let alone, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I mean,
you
I
know?
still live in the hood, bro, so, like, I know it's, like, any kind of entrepreneurs, especially with, like, there's something like this, bro, it don't fly, bro.
Yeah. I remember being, like, culture shock because he had, like, a legit dispensary at the time, and I walked out on Manchester Boulevard with, like, a bag of plants and some hash and some weed and was like, oh, shit, this shit is real, like, the medical shit, you know?
Yeah.
You felt like you just hit a drive-through, but with all the real goodies?
Yeah.
That's how you feel when you get that first score, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, and then I got some OG cuts from Dietrich, and I started running other shit. I was kind of like, you know, in the clique. We built a couple rooms together. Weren't very successful. It was a lot more work than we were ready for at the time. I was a kid, and I had money. And
Trial
it was
and
like,
error.
You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to, like, want to focus on it. But yeah, I wasn't stopping from, my first setup that I did by myself was I had a house in Palmdale. My parents lived in. I built like a little 4-light setup in their garage, flood and drain.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, out here fucking doing.
Right. We
You-
just had some guys that actually cultivators. How long did it take you to get your first good batch?
Like
where
when
you
you're
were
like-
proud, like, oh, okay, now I know how to do it.
I'm gonna let the homies smoke
yeah,
this shit.
where you were
I mean,
proud
that
to show
didn't
it
come
off.
till way later because I stopped growing and was just on the other side of the business kind of for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that came in like mid 2000s when I got like more involved in like the game progressed. There was a lot of spots around the valley, and we started building out other houses and shit. And then it was like, kind of catching traction and stuff. At first, it's not that I didn't know what to do. I had all the books and all the
Yeah.
help that I could get. I just wasn't willing to like
Time and effort, yeah.
put in the work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I was gonna build some shit and leave it with somebody and be out the door onto some other shit, playing cards or fucking around or
You can't really do that shit when you're growing some plants, bro. Like every grower that is really dedicated to it, they dead ass tell you it's like, oh yeah, you're a slave to the plants.
It's like your girlfriend. This guy was like, it's like my girlfriend.
Bro,
dude.
Sammy used to be
Yeah.
kicking it here a lot, bro. Like literally almost the same way I used to be kicking it here, just doing shit, bro.
I got like
Started going-
I got like
I have no life.
14 days off in like 6 years probably, bro. Like legit. You know
Damn.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I could count like
Congrats,
the
yeah.
times that I've been somewhere, and if most of the time I was working, and it was like Sandlot trips in and out or doing this or over here or whatever else. But like that shit's a grind, bro. There ain't no stopping the
Yeah.
they need what they need every day regardless.
You can't stop. You can't tell that shit. Like time out. I need to take a day off, or I need to take 2 days off. That shit don't work.
It's
bro.
like your kids. It sounds like your kids. Like you can't tell your
Well,
kids.
the
Yo,
shit could go
I
from
need-
bad to
yeah.
good in like a matter of just like.
Like I can't, and you can't pay anybody enough to care for your shit like
Yeah.
you would. You know what I'm saying? And you just like, even if you do have a good solid team, it's hard to step away from it being an actual cultivator. If you're a businessman and you build grows, it's
Yeah.
easy to like separate yourself from that. And like, if you're a cultivator, it's something that I'm like constantly on cameras and on computers. Like now we have ways
Yeah.
to see things when we're not there anyway. But like, it drives you crazy, bro. You can't be away from that shit and not be like, damn, is my spot burning down? Or what the fuck's going on? Or let me watch the cameras and watch this shit. It's like you're ingrained of being like nervous to fucking always be on top of shit,
That's very true, bro. Like I've known.
You'll notice that most of the cultivators you talk to, they're very similar in certain like aspects. Different people, but they'll tend to have like similar mannerisms and things.
Like all the
and they'll
OGs?
approach that like the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a mode. Like you either have it or you
Yeah.
don't.
I haven't hung out with a lot of growers, but I hung out with a lot of glass blowers, and they all have the same tendencies. A lot of them are very to themselves. They're very, very hardworking.
Very
Yeah.
solemn, fucking,
And you can tell you're like, oh, that fool's a glass blower. And what?
They're
Yeah.
just watching the flame, dog. Watching it dance.
Take
Then,
pride in
you
what
know,
they do, bro.
Yeah, and just like us, I'm pretty sure you can find like obviously
little
comedians.
studios, they just grind out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
my
co-
boy, one of my homeboys was he had like the first. He was a great glass blower, but he had the first like Roar contract for blowing bowls for Roar, right? And it was a big contract for him for like he could make like crazy ass pieces, but he
Yeah.
was like, yo, why make a fucking piece for 3 days and put it in a kiln and watch it shatter on me or some dumb shit or find somebody to sell it to when I can just. He's like, I can make a fucking down stem in like 8 minutes, bro, and I got a Roar contract. I can do as many as I can, and they pay me X amount for each one. So he was just fucking blowing down stems.
So you've been smoking for forever, and I'm sure you got a huge collection.
I don't.
What was,
Not
you don't?
anymore,
You don't
bro.
have what?
I
Yeah.
did it
What's
some-
your favorite heady or who's your favorite artist? I gotta.
Like I remember like Joel Pieces and like Sam and Eric. Like these dudes are like early. I started with like Jerome Baker's and like when
Yeah.
that shit was big back in the day. I was into pieces then, so I was into like super expensive pieces, and then I just fell in love with like rolling up weed. So I feel like I can taste weed better out of papers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So I've always just been chasing terps from rolling up.
Do you dab at all?
papers. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I feel like if you
Not
got
as much anymore, but the puff cut, like the peak or
Yeah.
like any type of device like that makes
Yeah.
it like next level now. It's so easy.
that makes
but-
it easier. Like everybody that was scared of looking at me when I had the torch and shit.
Yeah.
They were all like, "Oh
Once
man."
the e-nail came around, it loosened things up. It wasn't so crackheadish.
Yep.
But like, yeah, I remember like sitting at like one of our spots and dabbing fucking black ass wax off of a fucking thing on a hot ass nail
red
made out
torch.
of God knows what type of metal.
Don't remind me.
We knew that shit was wrong.
The
Shit
one-
was popping and shit when you hit it, sizzling. Why
Those
is it
are the-
sizzling though?
Or those free ones from the clinic that you thought you were getting a deal from.
Oh, bro, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about we used to make this shit, so we were just like super guinea pigging ourselves, bro. You
Well, that's
blasting PVC and all types of weirdo
Ooh,
shit back in the
PVC?
day, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
But
plastic.
everybody
Yeah, I
started
know,
there.
I know, I know.
What?
Don't remind me. I've never made it, so don't
Yeah,
tell me
like-
though. That's
oh,
what we
There's
got
no
to
need
use.
for you
it.
to go there.
You smoked wax in 2012, bro. You were smoking PVC freaking particles, bro.
Damn.
Hey, you know,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what else, bro? I know a lot of stoners that didn't get sick during this fucking year. You wanna know why? You were fucking inhaling so many metals from scraping that titanium nail, bro, that they didn't
Fuck,
need
bro.
to inject those metals in your arm, bro. You got this shit in your body already.
Right.
You got 5G reception already built in, bro. You did that shit in 2 years of dabbing. Cause, bro, think about it. I used to know stoners that used to heat that shit up, including myself, just like
Oh, we would
hot,
torch that
bro.
shit, bro. That shit would be hot as fuck.
I mean, come on. You gotta. If you were buying a nail every week or like every month, bro, if you were taking care of it, like you were inhaling some kind of metal particle. So I'm like,
bro.
man, my body's a fucking
It didn't
champ.
matter what it was. The ceramic joints when they came out, all of it. You know what I'm saying? And once the e-nails came out, we got a little more sophisticated and shit. You got like quartz bangers and shit. It was getting a little better.
What was the worst? I mean, cause you're from the era where it's like, you had no choice sometimes but to hit the can. What was the worst way you ever smoked?
Apples, cans, fucking tinfoil pipes.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Making shit with pens, all types of shit, bro. Ah, bro. I think like
You
the
want a beer,
old
man?
school plastic. Yeah, I'll take a beer. Fuck it.
Get
Beer,
a
coffee,
Montejo there.
water. Why not?
Give him one of those high and hungry beers.
Yeah, or we'll bring both of them.
The graphics bongs. So a few of the first times I ever smoked were like out of plastic graphics bongs, and they would be fucking nasty back in the day, bro. I remember we used to do all types of dumb shit when we were kids. I remember I had some SA homeboys that I used to hang out with, and I remember smoking fucking menthol boogler tobacco out of like a fucking 3-foot bong for like a weekend straight, bro. Just bowl after bowl after bowl of fucking menthol tobacco out of a bong. Crazy, dog.
Damn.
Damn, man, that's.
That's the old school glass, like super like
It
that
was all
shit was
plastic.
like it was like borderline crackhead shit
I
at that point, right? It was like
talking about the little
paraphernalia for
bells?
real.
Yeah, no, then like those bongs that they had, like you couldn't even pull it out. Had like a fucking
Yeah, just
like
had
little
the fucking
carb.
the little
Did you
carb on it.
Did you ever hit the little skillet ones? You remember with the little
Oh,
bell
yeah,
on
the
top?
skillet.
But that
Oh,
was
yeah.
hash because it wasn't like the wax wasn't around yet. But it's like
Yeah.
you had the little bell that you would cover it. Man, that was
Before
some
that,
shit,
I remember
bro.
like it was hot knives and shit.
Hot
dude.
knives with the
Yeah.
hash.
My mom would get so pissed, bro. She, what the fuck are you doing with all my knives?
Cause it's thin, bro, and that shit would heat up so fucking fast. It'll go so red, and then I'm like, you know, you're not gonna get it back to the regular color. You know what I
Never.
mean? Never. So it's like it's
bro.
never
That
gonna
shit's
taste.
gone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that shit has to add to a lot of heavy, like big time stoners that didn't get ill during that
We're
time.
still here,
Yeah.
bro.
All you healthy motherfuckers out there. So yeah, so I mean, the whole glass thing gets addicting, huh? Like when you getting into it, you want to go ahead and keep buying.
It's just another realm. And to be honest, like I'm like I don't have time for that shit anymore. You know what I mean? I got too much going on. I got kids and business and this and that. And, you know,
Whichever one
just
you
give
want,
me
brother.
Give me the lager. I'll take that shit. Yeah, cool, perfect. These slushies be a little too.
Yeah, man,
They
they
be a little too heavy for me sometimes. I like them. They actually they make bomb ass beer at 450 North. They sent me a case.
Yeah, this is my collab I
Is
did
it?
with them.
Oh,
My High and
dope,
Hungry
dope,
brand
dope.
with them. Yeah, you can take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one with you, man.
Thank
so
you,
can
bro.
go ahead and try it. Yeah, man, the slushy ones are a bit they're a bit heavier on the side, man. I remember
Yeah.
it took me a long time to drink both of them today at Universal Studios walking around. It's not like I could go ahead and chug 3 of these and walk in the park,
what
no
up, what up?
problem, and go take a piss. But
You took them inside?
yeah, my Jurassic Park cup, bro, just dump them in there.
Yeah.
Nobody checks you, and
I mean, I've never been. I haven't been in a while. That makes me want to go now.
Oh yeah.
they don't check for IDs. Xavier, feel free.
Because at
Or green
Disneyland,
cards.
yeah, Disneyland. Fuck you. At Disneyland, they're on it.
What happened to you at Disneyland? Tell 'em.
Disneyland's fucking. Oh, you'll get hemmed up.
Oh
bro.
yeah, you get hemmed up, bro.
No, they're on
They'll
you.
take you to Disneyland
Yeah.
Police, bro.
They-
Right to
yeah.
the station on the.
Yeah, I kicked it in the car for a little bit, and like
Oh, they'll
20
get you in the
minutes.
parking
Yeah,
lot, too.
20 minutes later, there's like dogs walking around me.
Oh, bro, I know dudes caught
And I-
mad DUI smoking in the parking
Yeah.
lot. Like, they
Yeah.
don't fuck
For-
around.
yeah,
bro.
That is the
personally,
worst
yeah.
place to smoke, bro.
Yeah.
On some real shit, like you cannot go pregame at the Disneyland
No.
parking lot
No.
because
Park your car and go. Like
Yeah.
literally, park your car and go, because they're looking at cameras. Like, why are you in there?
No, not only that, bro. Like when you go, like they have they fill up the lanes, right? So like the dude has and he parks you, and then you keep going. Once that lane is done, they have one of the dudes to make sure, hey, everybody's getting out. If you're like suspicious or whatever, they have a motherfucker say, hey, this person is kind of iffy. Watch them down there, because I've had people question me for stuff that I thrown in the trash, bro, like an empty vape cart before I went in there.
They'll catch you.
They
for
took
vape
it out
carts there, bro.
They took it out, bro,
Yeah.
and they was like, is this yours? I was like, it's empty. I forgot to throw it out. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, they don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's kids there. It's terror shit. I mean, I don't blame them either, though.
that's whack, bro. I'm not.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean,
bro, the parents need to have fun too, bro. This is
kids everywhere in LA, but let's be realistic. You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit overboard. There's like a line to be like.
No, I
know
mean,
what I
I
mean?
definitely think they should allow you to fucking be able to smoke your vape pen in there.
Hey,
you let
shouts to New
people
York
to smoke cigarettes.
for making a law the
Yeah.
right way.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
real.
I'm saying?
That's big,
To
bro.
have these motherfuckers on the streets smoking like just walking around the city. You know what I mean?
I know Matt Puerto Ricans is walking around there. He's like, Policía no me dice nada. You know what I mean? They're out there fucking just like doing this like in front of the cops. They're like, they've
Oh,
been
yeah.
waiting for this shit, bro.
I mean, they would do it anyway, but like
It's different when they can't tell you
different.
shit.
Exactly.
Because you catch the wrong cop on the wrong day, bro.
Yeah,
That
but-
motherfucker's gonna give
But
it to
then
you.
there's also that guy that's literally going to be puffing it in front of the cops.
Oh yeah, they were doing it.
Yeah,
I seen them on like
yeah.
TikTok and Instagram and shit when the law came through. But it was dope because they wrote that law like they wrote it the proper way. I feel like New York should be a good model for the rest of the country because California fucking dropped the ball for sure. 100%.
You know, because New York knew that if they were gonna get in it, bro, New York's always about the fucking money. Once they got the money shit figured out, bro, it's like let them do whatever the fuck they wanted as long as they get whatever they're cutting it.
I mean, you should be able to smoke though. Why the fuck you gonna be like? It's like the biggest like oxymoron ever for like you to make. Okay, this is okay, and you can buy it here, but you can't smoke it anywhere. It's like when Vegas did, and they had dispensaries on the strip, but you're not allowed to smoke in the rooms. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and now that you
It's
put it like that, in New York, it's all apartments. I'm sure you can't smoke in the apartments. So if you can't smoke in your apartment, you
have to
can't
be able to
smoke downstairs.
outside. I think they did it on purpose because they knew the whole thing. But yeah, I'm sure there's laws
beer's
about
frozen.
smoking inside. Not that everybody doesn't roast those fucking apartments with the windows up. I'm sure they do.
Oh
but
yeah, like in Vegas, who hasn't smoked?
of course.
And I've never been charged a smoking fee.
But they'll come. I mean, if you're obnoxious about it, they'll
Oh,
come
no.
to your room for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely trying to keep it in the bathroom, kind of low key.
Yeah.
But yeah, they definitely. But I've never been charged, and I know I left it kind of pretty
Yeah.
smelly. Where I'm like, if I get charged, it is what it is.
Sometimes we get hit. Like it depends on where you're at. I've had like promoters even like when other people are paying for rooms, and they'll be like, "Yo, who was in room fucking four whatever?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Yeah, that was me." He's like, "What the fuck, bro? You were smoking in the room?" And I was like, "Dog, I literally rolled a blunt in that room. I didn't even smoke. I just opened some weed and broke it up."
Feel free to light up some more. Those are
Yeah.
help yourself.
Gracias. I still got half of one right here.
Yeah, man, that
I
shit.
get to talking and then put it out and then go back to it. You know how it goes.
I mean,
Yeah.
the podcast smoking, bro. That's why that's why I remember that one time I had the bad idea. I'm like, hey, I forgot to roll something up, so let's just take dabs at their request.
They
No,
just-
it was like, hey, let's talk about what about you just did it.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
And then they be on a good one too.
Oh, they were
Be a little,
donating like
like-
crazy, dude. They were like, just take dabs for whatever reason.
Like I used to before we couldn't smoke at the shop anymore, I would like we had an e-nail and we would take dabs all day. So I could run a business like dab the fuck out all day long. But like sitting down and having a conversation about like
Business.
I mean I literally I managed a big ass dispensary like that, but
We ain't breaking down numbers while we're dabbed out.
yeah, that shit comes easy to me, but it makes me like zoom, so I just want to be fast and like any type of thing like that. I'm like a functional smoker like that. So if I get dabbed out or I'm super high or like smoking OG like to the head, that shit makes me want to like go do push-ups and run around and like be productive. But I don't want to sit down and like have a conversation or nothing. My
Yeah.
mind will be racing. I'll be wanting to get up and like bounce off the walls and shit.
Yeah, there's people that have come in here and they're like, we don't understand. I mean, this is a very it's a very kind of on the calmer state because there's been times where we've done the whole interview and there's, hey, anyways, as I'm telling you, and this is me and my nitrous voice and the shit's going down and people are just like, what the, how do you, and I'm
How do
just-
you function?
yeah.
This one's doing a
it's
podcast
different,
with the Nas.
It's a different
It's-
podcast with us. Everything's different.
It's
with us.
just like you said, man. It's a matter of just experience, man. Sometimes you gotta know how to find that median, man. Cause like I learned not to overdo it from overdoing it too much. Thank God during those times that I overdid it, there was not that much people around.
I mean, I would expect, due to you guys' current, due to the company that you be around and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
that this ain't like lightweight this ain't a lightweight room type of deal, you know. And if you ain't really trying to smoke like that, then
It's like eating pizzas with Ninja Turtles.
you should probably be forthcoming about it.
And like I just started working here, and I'm like,
Hey, these dudes had Tommy Chong host the Smokeout one time, and fucking that fool got too high to host the show, bro. I remember that shit happening. You can talk to B about that shit.
B has told that story before.
Yeah, dog. This fool hit the bong, the big one.
Yeah, they fucked him up.
And
The
he got
Excalibur.
fucked up, and he couldn't host the show, bro. That's Tommy Chong.
It was Bobo's fault. It was because Bobo's is known as the dude that would clear up that big ass fucking bong. So like he let him hit it, and they were just like, "Yo, you obliterated him," if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's
your guys' job. Rogan's talked about going back to his podcast High as Fuck. George Perez, you guys made him take a nap after the show.
I mean, it happens, man. Cause people like to. It's like that test your might with your lungs when you come up in here. You know, like Mortal Kombat was like test your might. You over here
I've
just
asked you this.
and the levels going up.
How was when Action Bronson came? Can he hang?
He's only been here like twice, and at the time that he was here, the first time, he wasn't really too hip to the dabs. So it was cool to bust out like the big pizza box of shatter and be like, "Yo, this is another form of hash," and like chop it up with him while he was talking. It was dope. I haven't seen dude in a while, but you could tell he got very acquainted and in the culture, bro, because he's out there working with some of the best, collecting the best glass out there. These are all motherfuckers that I've, some of them I've known, some of them I met. And it's dope to see that he's showing light to that culture, because I really think that like how we're talking about the genetic people. Everybody can talk about, hey, you got the greatest fucking weed and it tastes so good, but nobody really gives credit to the motherfucker that really made those plants fuck. Just like how somebody might be like, this is the $100,000 mothership. But how about the motherfucker that was playing with fire to make it?
Yeah, I mean it's those guys don't get the credit. Like some of the breeders are getting credit now. But yes, but glass blowers, hey, there's been a few, but fuck, bro, that shit's
the growers that are getting credit right now are like the fools that didn't give their cuts away, huh? Yeah. Like those are the only fools that for sure they're like, I ain't giving this cut away, because that's really what it is, man. Once you give that shit away, bro, anybody can clone it, chop it up. It turns into a major whore at that point.
I was like, speaking of that, fucking, that Las Vegas Cannabis Awards?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't supposedly qualify because I didn't have 30K followers.
Damn, there's a qualification. So it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, so it's a popularity contest. Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. Let me put my flower against everyone. And he's like, oh, well, that doesn't really matter. I was like,
unfair.
oh.
It tests too high.
Was it a for flower entry or
for grower of the year? For the grower of the year.
Okay.
So like I kind of know what that page is doing. He's just trying to get his followers up on that page and shit like that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was like, all right.
I mean, most of these dudes aren't weed dudes, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all come from a weed, like an actual weed background. Like
a lot of these fools run marketing firms and they try to apply this shit to like the most colorful bag, and that shit doesn't work the same way.
Like you ain't never fucking set a power pole on fire or fucking seen somebody get hit in a fucking electrical panel or shit. Like it's a different, like there's levels to this shit, and they're kind of like all over the place with it.
I was like, you never had to make a freaking bed out of freaking like 5-gallon buckets and plywood. You sleep at the shop.
I mean, yeah.
He's like, yeah, bro, man, dude. Here's the thing that we have. It's like the elephant in the room, bro. And the people in the chat room. No, people in the chat room are going crazy, bro. They're asking. They're like asking him about this. What was it like kissing that girl, dog?
Oh, shit was great, dog.
Yeah.
How many times did you mess that up on purpose?
How many takes?
He's like, how many takes?
He's like,
I didn't like that one. Again. Nah, it was dope.
That shit was inspirational to like fool,
yeah.
dog.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, he got it. I can do it.
When you're a kid watching it, you're like, hey, that shit, you reach for the stars.
Doable. Yeah,
you reach for the stars.
You're like, that's
it's
doable.
Dope that like, in today's culture, like you can't like cancel culture type of shit. You can't get away with anything like that.
Oh
anymore.
no, I didn't even think about that. You're so right.
But it's so innocent at the time, and it's still like thought about in a positive light of like swinging for the fences type of thing. You know what I mean? Doing it's grimy, but she smiled at him at the end, and it was okay. It was like innocent, like little kid shit of like how you were,
Yeah,
that song fucking changed. But every time I heard Magic Moment, I was like, somebody's about to make out, dog. Like when you're young, bro, you're like, hell yeah, dog, this is it.
It was really well done, bro. And the director he's a fucking genius. The guy that wrote it and directed it, and we were kind of just doing our thing, but it's really his vision and shit.
Nobody else got acquainted with the herb from the Sandlot kids. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, they all smoke here and there now. I'm sure most of them. Few don't, but yeah, they around it. you know, it's popular culture now, so
Yeah,
it's not
now
as
it's
big
more
of a deal.
okay.
Not like me. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you
we
were
just
doing
met,
the pothead
but-
thing for like a while,
Yeah,
you know?
you just met, but like, there's not many people on Earth that are like in like,
Yeah.
that type of thing. I'm like a weed dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like my life every day. So
Yeah, no,
it's different. You
I
know?
feel you, yeah.
But they smoke weed and are, you know, around the scene. They're hip,
Yeah.
you know.
They're hip to
enough.
it, yeah. What's another thing I wanted to ask? What about that dog? Was that a real dog? Fool?
There was 3 dogs.
Oh, shit.
3 real dogs and then a fake dog that was like animatronic for all
Like
the
a
weird-
Jaws
weirdo
kinda dog?
shit. Yeah, the Jaws dog, exactly. But the 3 dogs that they had, one was really, really big. They were Old English Mastiffs, so Old English Mastiffs
Yeah.
get big as fuck, bro. Like, don't quote me on weight, but I want to say like, they probably get close to a couple 100 pounds. You know what I mean? The big ones. But big ones can't do shit but just sit there. So
Yeah.
they had 3 dogs. One was like huge that just kind of sat there and drooled and couldn't barely breathe. And then there was like one in the middle that could like move around a little bit and kind of was big enough to still look right. And then there was one that did like all the running and shit. And he was like, you know, he was like a model. He was a little thinner
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like able to like
That's funny.
do all those scenes.
Man, see, when you're a director, you don't think about
You
that
need
shit.
well.
Yeah.
I just saw that animals fucking in Hollywood show at Universal
Oh, bro.
today. I
God
saw
bless that. Like this dude. Think about this. So they say in Hollywood, they say, you never do a film with animals, you never do a film with kids. This motherfucker did both, with like 9 kids and 3 dogs.
That's
It was
hard
like a
shit,
fucking
bro.
Circus, bro.
and
shit.
and it
Trying to
became
get us to
a
play
legacy,
baseball
bro.
and like get us all on the same page to handle like real dialogue and like the whole film. It's not like there's adults that carry it. It's like no, it's about us. So it's like, you know, hats off to this cat for fucking running the gauntlet and making it work. You know?
And it was Darth Vader's dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, straight up,
Straight up.
bro. Yeah, like that voice, bro. Pacific Bell and Darth Vader, bro. That's the only
That's
two.
right.
Was anybody a diva in the Sandlot? Anybody was like hard to? It was like, oh, I won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had our little quarrels as
Yeah.
like little kids and shit. Dennis Leary's in it. He's a dickhead. I mean, everybody knows that.
I
though.
said
Yeah.
Pretty
chocolate
sure that's
milk.
like common knowledge. That it's funny. I don't talk shit about many people publicly, but fuck that dude.
Hey, man, let it be known, man.
He didn't do nothing personally to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dickhead.
Man, that's fucking wild, man. You have to have 3 dogs, bro. I literally learned this shit today. You have to have like stunt animals, cause
Yeah, they got backups for
Yeah.
backups, bro. I mean, that's why, you know, you see like sets of twins that were popular back then for doing films, you know, and it's like before when you were still shooting on film, like that shit's expensive as fuck. And you can't really like, you're not looking at what you're shooting while you have to see daily. So they see it the next day. They develop some of it to like look at it before they're editing, like splicing film together. So it was really like a fucking craft, you know? And if, kids can only work certain hours. They can only work for so long on set, and you run into like all these problems when you're producing a film at that time. Now it's easy, bro. You turn the fucking camera on, and we just keep saying shit. And if you know, there's a lot of improv and whatever else, and if we just stop because somebody messed up a line, you just stop and you start back up right where you were. You know what I mean? The camera doesn't even have to stop.
Yeah.
It don't cost money to.
There's
let
portable
you just fucking
batteries,
run
all
over
that
the card
shit.
when you
Yeah.
just delete that shit. You know?
I feel that because because that era was like that, or like film was like that before, the criticism hit a lot harder and hit home with a lot of the people that were listening, because it's not as easy to just redo it and be like, hey, you see that face you made here, just delete it and we're gonna go ahead and restart it. Like it's motherfuckers say, hey, we wasted film, a whole day of
Well, they
wasting.
wouldn't even let us see it either because people act weird once they see what they're shooting too. So like most of the time, like stars are allowed to see dailies back then. Like they could see what they were shooting if it was their film or they were producing it probably. But like actors, they wouldn't let you in, bro. They didn't want you to like bug out and be like, I look weird or get self-conscious or some shit.
Oh, that makes sense. You're so true.
Yeah, like you start acting funny because you know. You see, doing a podcast. When you listen to it, you sound different.
Yeah,
no?
you can see.
Oh yeah,
well, you,
I
Start
definitely.
to bug out on it a little bit.
I
Damn, I sound.
I
weird
tried.
right
I
there.
tried
Or,
so
like,
hard not to listen to them as
Oh,
much
I
as
don't
I
listen
can.
to 'em all.
Unless somebody brings it to the attention and it's like, hey, listen to this. We need to erase this
Yeah.
part, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have said that.
how hard is it to hear your set and stand up?
Huh?
How hard is it to hear your stand up set?
If I'm looking at it from
hurts,
it does
bro.
hurt every time. Even if it's from like giving yourself criticism and trying to make it better, it just always hurts, bro.
It hurts, bro. When there's no laughs, when you fucked up, you're like, and you know you're fucking about to fuck. You're like, I know I've missed that, and you're about to rehear yourself miss it, and you're like, you gotta hear it though, and it's like that shit hurts because this is
I
just
can
talk.
imagine.
Yeah, this is just talk. That
Yeah.
you were actually
No,
were trying to
no.
do good.
Yeah.
I was actually
That's
trying
the
to do
hardest
this.
thing.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing in entertainment.
Yeah, shit's in.
To control a room by yourself and the flow of things, and to keep people on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There ain't no guitars, there ain't no drums, there ain't no backup. It's kind of just you, bro.
Yesterday I went to the Comedy Store and I was telling them it was like there's a 400. It's a 400 seater. They're only allowed to have like 20%, so it was pretty. It looked like an empty show. It looked horrible. Like damn, like it looked like an open mic. It was a sold out show technically, and just felt like the crowd wasn't ready to like laugh. That makes any sense, or maybe they weren't close enough. But it was just like this.
People are weird right now.
Yeah,
and I don't notice it because I've been working the whole time, so like life never stopped for me at all. Kind of, you know. It got weird, but like I still went to work every day and came home and did my thing, whatever, you know. But yeah, I can see like I just noticed like people walking on the street, bro, and like not knowing how to cross a street or how to like move out of each other's way. There's like so much like awkward like this type of like stuff that you're just like.
Yeah, you're so right. I was walking on the
fucked
street,
up, bro. I feel bad because it's like, damn, people forgot how to like. To be in shared space with other human beings, and they're all like terrified of each other, and it's bad, bro. It's fucked up.
Animosity in the air, bro. I mean, not just that, man. Especially like a place like the Comedy Store, man. Think about it. Throughout this whole year, while everybody was sitting there, you had Big Orange at the fucking at POTUS and shit, just getting. Everybody was getting canceled, bro. A whole year of getting canceled. You're afraid to go up there and make a fucking joke or laugh at something, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I mean,
how is that now?
Yeah, like
dude, you know George. You know George said his
Do you
his
think
bird
twice
joke
before you tell a joke?
I at this point don't, because I've always been one of those people. I'm like, look, man, you're gonna love me because I fucking value redemption. So I'm like, yeah, I said that. I'm not gonna apologize for it. This is why I said it. And if you rock with me because you do, then you know what I mean. That's how I keep on going. I try to really move like that. So I'm gonna go for it regardless. But there is a certain thing that makes you think about it twice before you do it.
Bro.
Because
it's
people
fucked up because it shouldn't be in comedy. Like I love hearing like, Dave Chappelle talks about it most because he kind of transitioned. You know what I mean? To like where like Eddie Murphy could say whatever the fuck he wanted. It didn't matter. And when you were up there, you could say what you wanted, and that was your space to just to push the envelope and blur the racial lines and be yourself and. Kind of like if you can't laugh about it, then fuck whatever. We need that though.
Rogan
bro.
can't even tweet shit, bro.
Right? Yeah.
Well, no, because like he's affecting markets and having guests on that like, everything is completely interconnected now.
Yeah,
and like you got people in your ear telling you, yo, like don't fuck up the money, homie, because it's like I mean I get it as a father and an adult, you know what I'm saying, and having bills and responsibilities. It's like.
See, but there's people that are good at that, like Elon Musk right now. I mean, I just mentioned this last time. I think he's going to go on fucking SNL and say Dogecoin for whatever reason.
He will, 100%.
Yeah, and just to
hit
fuck
$1 when he does.
Yeah, just to fuck with the market. And just like you said, like just because he has the power to, which he should, I mean,
look, bro, that dude is batting 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, Godspeed to homie, because that fool took a whole bunch of money and put it into a whole bunch of businesses. That
he made a lot of people rich too.
People told him that he was fucking insane, bro. That dude put his own money
and it's
into building rockets and electric cars in a time when you couldn't do either as a private company.
It's also hard to hate on the motherfucker that's putting money in your pocket, bro. Like everybody's over here that like Joe Rogan didn't even get shit from making a joke or a stand-up, bro. It's not even a joke. And he's a comedian. Dude. He got shit from telling people his opinion on like what they should do or what he thinks they shouldn't do with their bodies.
When you're 21.
Bro, I'm like, that's the animosity that's out there, bro. It's like you have to literally own up to it. And I do understand, because I listen to a lot of Joey Diaz, and I do understand why his feeling, because he's quite the character, and Jason Rouse. If you don't own it, if you don't own your shit and be like, yeah, I said that, and I'm not a bad person, then there's that room, bro. You got to fucking go ahead and be like.
He's like at a level now that like he's Howard Stern, bro.
Yeah.
Without being Howard Stern and on another level, and like. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up, and it sucks that he can't be himself anymore, obviously.
Yep.
Because we all started listening because he was himself, and people were into that. You know what I'm saying? But he can't because there's so much behind it now that, like, it's technical,
I've
difficulty.
I've said this before. I was like, he says something crazy enough, or, like, he fucks up an election.
That's what they're worried about, bro.
They'll take him out. Kind of like Jeffrey Epstein type of shit. We're like, this one loves to go hunting. How easy is to have a hunting accident? By deer? Exactly. How easy is to get a hunting accident?
And somewhere Joe's in his deprivation tank right now on DMT thinking about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So he's smart.
Imagine he has to
He's
think
smart.
about that
Yeah,
type
he's
of
smart.
shit too. where
He's like, I can't talk. I think he knows he's smart
He
enough
moved
to
to
know.
Austin for a reason, homie.
Yeah.
Believe it. You know
I
what
know,
I'm
but
saying?
trust
That
me,
wasn't
yeah.
by accident.
We all seen Rambo. You can set up booby traps up there, bro.
Hey, bro. Nah, I mean, just Texas is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Texas is a place
Yeah.
where you can defend your
you know
fucking
what
freedom,
though?
you know
That's
what I'm saying?
very true, man. Because
That's why these fools leave LA.
yeah, and as much as there's
It's not because of that.
There's
It's because
people
they
on
get
both
to a point
sides.
where they can't, where they're like, all right, I need to go somewhere where I can have a ranch in my own space and the laws react differently
Yep.
so that I can protect myself.
Or and it's like, and there's people on both sides over there, and it's as much as you want to fucking talk shit, isn't it funny how they all just seem to get along without killing each other?
I mean,
Yo, they're like, hey,
it's
if
a
you took
game-
the red pill, you take the red pill. We ain't fucking with you, we ain't fucking with you. But we're not gonna make a problem out of it because they know how Texas gets down.
Look, bro, it ain't hard to see that all of the gun violence takes place in certain places,
States,
right?
Yep.
And that when it's an even playing field, people react a little bit differently to that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm from Dallas originally. I moved here when I was 6, so I've been in LA most of my life. But I have family in Texas. Yo, my aunt is like 58 years old, and she's the most Christian square woman you ever met in your life. But if you try to rob a liquor store in front of her, you're gonna get shot in the back with the 380 out of her purse, bro, because she got a concealed carry.
Yep.
That's Texas.
Yep.
And everybody got a gun, and everybody
Yep.
knows how to use it. So it changes the element in things a little bit, right?
And
bullets is
yeah.
my-
People don't
con
pull
Dios.
them out like that and throw them around.
And even
you know?
if you do, it's only a matter of how many people you're gonna shoot before you get shot at.
I mean, no, you
Instead
get-
of when there's no
you're
one
getting
there.
clipped, bro.
Yeah, but instead of there's no one there, then these just fools just go.
Outside of like actual action for like, you know, like cartel type of stuff, I'm sure that if you looked at the actual instances of like people pulling out guns and actual shootouts and gunfights, that it you know, I bet it would be lower per capita than a lot of like major metropolitan areas. Obviously, we know Chicago's a war zone, so that one's out the window. But
You know what?
even LA is like we
It's
got
horrible.
200%. The murder rates increased 200% in the last year over the pandemic.
It has, bro. People
There's
fucking
been-
ballsy
there's
as
been-
fuck.
It increased 700% shots fired at homes.
Yeah. The only shitty
Fuck,
thing
bro,
about
that's
tech.
crazy.
Yeah, the
No,
only
you're right. I see.
Yeah.
And in California, you can't defend yourself in your home if somebody does do that
Yep.
legally.
But like, you just
Well,
watch me.
the only shitty thing.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
No, of course,
no,
but I
no.
was like, if that's the attitude you gotta have to do it.
but you got to. But
Yeah.
you might pick up a
Yeah.
case. They might pick up a case on you too. if
trying
you
to
do.
defend your family.
Defend
bro.
your family, bro, in your own home. You know what I'm saying?
The only
Like,
shitty thing about Texas is their weed laws, which they should fucking fix. And I think it's just a matter of time. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna work on it. They have no choice because we're past that point at this point. I
Yeah,
think.
that's the only thing that's shitty
gotta
about
fall
Texas.
in
You gotta
line,
be
bro.
real
You know
careful
what
with
it
that
is
shit.
that I feel like Texas is changing right now because tech money moved into Austin, and Austin is super popping, and like, you know, people move there that are influential and different things, so they're gonna push that envelope on that because it's big money now. If it was old Texas money, like oil money and the businesses that come from that area, they would hold out forever, bro. The Bible Belt is a trip, like.
Yep.
We're from the coast, so we don't really see it. But when you travel across the country and you know that there's like wet and dry counties and motherfuckers don't sell liquor at all or don't sell liquor on Sundays or don't like...
Or Utah's liquor is not what it's supposed to be. Like your beer is supposed to be
Well,
7
they
and
have
it's
a limit on
5%.
they have a limit on percentage,
Yeah.
and you can't buy beer on Sunday, and you can't buy liquor on Sunday in Utah at all.
All the Bible Belt states, like the students that came when I was in college from there, all those fools, like they had, when I was doing shit, they were looking at me, they were just like, hey man, like you have everything. Like I was like, yeah, the fuck, you didn't have fun when you were younger? They're like, nah, bro, it's like, we have not seen the shit that becomes normal. They're like, to them it's like, oh shit, because they can't, they don't even know what really getting fucked up is like as a young person, because like you said, there's limits. Like motherfuckers from Utah, bro, motherfuckers can't have fun out there.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's like not at all, bro. It's like there's no liquor. It's
Oddly enough, Utah is actually a pretty dope city. If like you're like Salt Lake and like Park City and up there is like,
It's beautiful.
oh, it's gorgeous.
Gorgeous,
But it's
amazing,
actually
yeah.
like a pretty dope town. They got like a cool little scene if you're like, you know, not a square, but
A lot of Mormons,
a lot.
which they're cool though. They're nice.
Mormon people are.
They're
just
nice.
saying
yeah,
that
no,
because
they're just. I'm just saying there's a lot of Mormons,
the
but they're real
machismo side
nice.
of them, he's like, I want six wives.
I don't like delve into like the culty
Yeah.
polygamous type of shit, but like, yeah, the regular average
Yeah,
Mormon people
they're-
they're good people.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
they're
Xavier's
good
like, I
people.
wouldn't
Like,
feel bad about cheating.
like
Dum, dum,
yeah,
dum,
like
dum, dum.
as long as they don't bug me, but they're like one of those nice people. They're always like, hey, I went there and everyone's like, hey, how you doing? And it was
Yeah,
raining.
Very
and-
friendly.
yeah.
Yeah, I've done a couple films.
Which
We
is-
shot Sandlot in Salt Lake City actually.
Oh,
Oh,
word?
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah,
where
we
it
shot
was
we shot the Sandlot in Salt Lake
the
City.
whole thing?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the Valley. It's supposed to be San Fernando Valley, obviously, but the Valley didn't look like the Valley in the 60s and the 90s. So they figured that, like, you know, in Utah, it's a smaller city. It's still got the mountains, so it looks like the Valley if you're shooting up. All of the houses are similar, the older tracks. So it's like the similar build. So it looks like the Valley, and you can, like, lock it down a lot easier to put old cars and shoot a period piece, you know? It's hard when you're shooting.
How long it takes to shoot the whole thing?
We shot in the summer.
So the actual
we started
summer?
like mid-June and ended. I went to school late that year, coming back from school, and we ended in like September, early September or something.
Damn, that shit's like right on budget, man. Like that shit's crucial when you guys have a date, like in the movie business, bro. It's like that shit, yeah.
It was a pretty decent budget. It was Fox. It was a $5 million budget film, so that's not a big budget back then at the time because they were spending buku bucks on shooting movies, but like it was still a good studio size film. You know what I'm saying? Like $5 million now is like that's a pretty big budgeted project at this point.
Was it? I got another question that probably you gotten asked a lot, but what's up with the tobacco? Did they let you guys chew real tobacco to throw up?
Shit, that would have been so
Fuck, I wish they did because it was beef jerky and fucking black licorice and it was
that sounds gross.
It'll make you want to throw up by itself. It was bad.
Oh.
That does sound nasty,
That's
bro.
why you guys probably really
gross.
threw up like that.
Yeah, it was beef jerky and black licorice, like sliced like tobacco. So we're
that's fucking nasty, bro. I always wondered though, man, because I'm like, yo, that shit sounds like they're having a hard time chewing that shit, bro.
Yeah, well, that's why.
Yeah,
they hard as fuck.
Yeah, that would make sense because then I used to see the neighbor. I was like, damn, this fool has some strong ass teeth for him to spit like that. Because you know, you think about it, man. You're a kid. That movie shit really fucking gets you, bro. Like when you're a kid, you look at that.
Bro. Yeah, of course.
Those
Is there something that got cut out that you were hoping got in, or that you didn't want in?
Like there was a whole plotline story that kind of moved the film in a certain direction that totally disappeared. So this is cool. So Sandlot takes place in '62. '62 is the year that Maury Wills broke the stolen bases record for the Dodgers. Anyway, so the whole premise of the film originally was like that we were following him as he was breaking the record.
Yeah.
And then there was a scene that when Benny, he hit the ball and busted the guts out of a ball. First we opened a pack of cards, and we opened a pack of Topps baseball cards.
Yeah.
And there was like all Maury Wills cards in the pack, right?
So it was like a mistake.
So that was kind of like the thing where they're like, you know, you're the Babe Ruth tells him you're the kid with the rubber legs, and he puts the beast in a pickle. It's because Maury Wills was like the king of stealing bases, and we were kind of like, that's who Benny was like emulating, was Maury Wills on his you know, breaking the stolen bases record. So there was that whole like plot line to the film that just got scrapped and they went another direction with. That's how movies used to be though. You never know. Like I think when they wrote Good Will Hunting, this is off topic, but it's kind of crazy. When they wrote Good Will Hunting, it was like a sci-fi thriller.
Yep.
It turned into what it was. Yeah, they wrote it as a sci-fi thriller. That's what Ben and Matt Damon were pitching to studios, was like some weird genius, like savant sci-fi thriller type of deal of him solving the problems on the chalkboards and type of shit. And then it ended up being the movie, you know what I mean?
That's the trip right there, man, because I know there's fools that like have that movie has substituted for fathers that weren't there in their lives, bro.
Oh, it's an amazing film. Yeah,
like straight up. So for it to be like a sci-fi film,
well, that's
originally,
that's the art, bro. That's the beauty of entertainment, is that things change, and if you roll with them, you never know what you're gonna get. You know, you might pick it up or buy a story and change it. And next thing you know, it's completely different when you end up seeing it.
So you said the timeline changed, the storyline changed.
Well,
So when you went to the movie,
so
when you went to the movie theaters and you watched it, what did you think? Did you like it, or were you like super lost? Like, this isn't what I pictured?
No. Because we kind of know. We've seen the premiere.
Okay.
We know like how it's gonna end up being.
Okay.
We can always vibe on set and feel like what's gonna happen, but you don't know how they're gonna cut it. So we weren't lost, but you could see where things got snipped up and it became another story. That's the cool thing about them used to being editing films, is that like they could shoot a bunch of stuff and then change the ending of a film just like that, and you know. Different vision, different thing. Ended in a different way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because you said you didn't even get to see the clips that were filmed. Yeah, so
a lot of stuff, like a lot of mine and the catcher Patrick, who played Ham. A lot of our stuff was kind of written on the fly too. The director liked us or was writing more stuff for us. This fool would be shouting on a megaphone like, "Say this" or "Say that." You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of it was just kind of like coming as it went.
See, like I've never pictured. Like, I mean, I'm young, so like, I've been
Like,
able to
we're
see.
28, fool.
Well, I mean, I've only been doing this shit for a while too. But what I mean is, like, everything that's been done, I get to see it before it gets put on Instagram.
Oh, bro,
I can edit it. I can ask someone like, "Hey, can you take that out?" And with you, it was
crazy.
it just
Oh,
went
you don't-
out.
Yeah, you don't get a choice.
See what I mean?
You
Like,
sign the contract,
yeah,
dog, it's gonna be what it's gonna
that's
be.
why to me it was
That's
like,
how it used to be. Now it's like I did a 420 on 420. I did a live stream Twitch with Adam Mill, and this fool sent it to me that night, bro.
See, amazing.
The copy of the live stream from that day. I'm like, oh, this is the greatest technology ever. It's like, and not only that, I Bluetoothed it from my phone to my fucking big ass TV at my crib, and I was watching it on my TV at my house.
Unreal
the shit I
shit.
recorded that day at a studio. Uncut, just the live stream of it. Get the fuck out of here, bro. We're living in the future.
Yeah,
These
man.
kids don't know how good they have it, though. That's the fucked up part. Is that, like, I come from pagers and, like,
Hustling, bro.
like, just, yo, bro. Hey, bro, they could be all over your shit.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, you lost a pack back in the day and motherfuckers just don't call. You just don't know what happened. You just blowing motherfuckers up by their pagers. Like, life was different.
No, well,
You can throw that
Your
phone in the
husband-
ocean. That
Your
problem's
husband would
hard.
leave the house one day and you just could not hear from him for like weeks or like something at a time. You know what I'm saying?
The Sandlot
you know
tells
within
you.
minutes.
If you let your kids watch the Sandlot, it tells you how different it was. You used to have to go to your friend's house and knock and talk to the mom. Is so and so
On
here?
a bike.
Yeah, on a bike and so and so here. Now you text them, be like, "Hey, dude, are you home? I'll be there. Are you outside?" You don't even knock no more. You don't even interact with the parents. The parents don't interact with you. Like, you watch the movie, this guy knocks on the door. You guys lose the guy's fucking ball.
Yeah.
That would never happen, probably. You're on your fucking phone playing Fortnite. Worst case scenario, the battery runs out. And you gotta
First of all,
fuck,
probably
yeah.
wouldn't be outside playing baseball to
Yeah,
start
see
with.
what I mean? Like, with that, your
Straight
movie
up.
alone tells you how different the world was.
Nah,
Like,
bro, I used to run the streets like I was just doing whatever when I was like 12, bro. I mean,
How old are you,
I
bro?
got I'll be 40 this year.
Okay.
I got a 20-year-old, 19, she's 19? She's 20. 20-year-old daughter, bro. She barely getting out of the house now, let alone when she was 12. I was like running around the streets doing whatever the fuck I wanted, riding the bus, being over here,
Yeah, he's
doing
like,
whatever.
He could be
I
like
just
our big brother type shit, bro. He's
left
like,
and came home. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could stop you. Hey, be home by this time. All right, yeah, whatever.
yeah, and I
You
have.
either came home or you didn't.
yep.
If you had brothers that are like around his age, which I do, that is very true, bro. They were the last generation that would go meet up at the park,
Yeah,
fucking
wherever
go
your
play
meet spot
ball,
was, whatever it was.
whatever the spot was, go kick it, drink 40s, whatever the fuck it was. They used to make an effort to hang out, bro. Bro, now I'm gonna start taking it personal. Motherfuckers don't text me back. Like, motherfucker, you got that response in your hand, dog.
Yeah.
You're like, you can't call me. You don't respect me that much. I ain't that much of a friend to you. Fuck you.
It's true.
Yeah, no, straight up though, man. That makes a world of a difference.
They will never understand how nerve-wracking it is to call a girl's house and her dad picks up.
Oh.
Like, they don't understand that. You just text her and she's gonna definitely pick up.
Fucking
It's her
up and
fucking phone.
is Bianca
Yeah,
there?
and this fool checks you. This fool checks you. Who are you,
fuck is
dog?
this?
Yeah, and
Normally you just hang up. Bink.
yeah. I mean, that's the right move right there. That's the usual move.
So I just hung up.
Yeah,
all,
see?
all the girls you call Xavier, their dad would pick up like
but
Richie
that,
Valens
yeah,
calling his daughter.
see, but that,
Hey, and if a girl was like super fast back in the day, or she had parents that didn't care, she had her own line. It's all good. I got my own line in my room.
see?
Don't trip.
yeah,
You could call
see?
me.
But they will never know what that felt like.
Yeah.
That you needed balls to just call and be like, okay,
Sneaking
someone who
around.
no
We
one
used to
know
do
who
wild
pick up.
ass shit.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why fools felt they had to commit a lot more, huh? They're like, oh man, her dad already heard my voice. Fuck, I'm already halfway in, bro. It's a lot of pressure. Fuck this. You know, brother. That shit used to be,
well, I mean,
that shit
you're
used to
right.
be scary, bro. Like, I mean, cause you're a kid, bro. You know, like, especially if it's your
You know,
first
it's
time
like-
calling, it's like you're just like, who the fuck is this?
Hey, when you're a kid, everything is like the most serious thing in the world. You remember like all of this little just trivial shit to us as adults that when we were a child, this shit was like, as a young adult, you're like, this is crazy. This is the most intense, important moment of my life. This decision right here, this thing. You know what I mean? Looking back on it, it's like, you know,
Hey, that
wasn't a
fucking
big deal, but
that fucking decision was like, oh, I need to go to this party.
yeah.
Remember how fucking
And if you-
yeah.
hey, yo, what if you couldn't make it to a party?
Oh,
How
dude.
how mad you would have been about that?
that was
My
the end
mom
of the
didn't let me
world,
go. It's
bro.
the
I
end of the
remember
world.
punching holes and shit and like slamming doors and being mad about like
Hey, those
those
are
like little shit. You know what I'm saying?
And also probably because you didn't get good grades.
Huh?
Also because probably you didn't get grades, like as in like it was a punishment for you not going out.
Or a punishment for some dumbass
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So it's not like you didn't deserve it. It's not like your parents were full on assholes. They're like, well, you can't go because of this, and you're
But they had
still
a reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like
Some
not
bullshit.
yeah. You're still it's some bullshit.
Hey, that shit used to. Hey, that shit used to make you so angry, bro. Like you used to get Hulk mad, huh?
Like, walk around in the room, man.
Yeah, you walk pacing in the room like I can't
They
fucking
could
believe.
tell, stomping holes in the ground and shit.
Yeah, dude. Don't you kind of feel bad for your parents, bro? Like
A little bit.
Like not like a lot, but you're just like that
little bit,
was very
yeah.
asshole of me. Like you know,
Totally.
like you know, like that.
Super fucking
I went back on
overreacting.
Monday. That party wasn't even that lit. Fuck that party.
Yeah, we didn't miss shit.
Yeah, but that shit used to be a big deal, and then it's now. I think the older you get, you try to avoid more shit.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not trying to.
Yeah, like
have
you try to
drama.
avoid more shit. You're like, man, there's no adult fucking type of prom build up. You remember how that shit used to be built up to you at the end of high school, the end of 4 years here.
Oh yeah, you better.
You got
not
prom to look forward to.
Yeah.
You got all these events. Like, bro, there's no adult fucking day that you look forward to like that no more. Once
Not
you're out
even
of
your
school.
birthday.
You look like the older you get, you're like, fuck,
I
fool.
mean, it gets faster and faster too as you get older. Just so
Oh,
y'all
stop-
know,
stop
I'm a
saying
little bit
that.
older than you, but
Yeah, stop saying that.
as you like, I feel like, yo, bro, this is just because y'all be on some wild out like far out shit on
Yeah.
the show normally anyway. So, like, I feel like obviously time is an arrow, and you know things go in one direction and everything else. But I feel like, remember how long it took for things to go by when you were younger?
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Like the
forever.
age from 6 to 16, or waiting to get your license, or waiting to be an adult, or it's everything is like the next level, the next level, the next level, and time goes really, really, really extremely slow, right?
Yep.
Like a day was a lot longer, and then as you get older, time progressively gets faster, bro.
For no reason.
And like I feel like this is like maybe just a human condition that we have this perception of time as a child, as it's so slow like a clock. And as an adult, it continues to get faster and faster and faster until we pass. And we're constantly chasing time, right? Because as you know, like, I mean, I'm sure you see with some of the older homies and the way their mind works in the business sense, and they have less time, so they know that they only have so much time to do what they're doing, so they act differently. It changes the way they are, how they act, the speed at which they do things. You know what I'm saying?
The way they value time, like for sure, like
Of course,
it's like
because they know it's
every
limited.
yeah,
you know,
no.
as you get older, you know it's limited.
But so I do a conspiracy podcast, and you talking about time.
About the timeline.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that you're so right, but you know what makes time even shorter now? We're not bored no more. We always got our phone.
Super.
Do you remember we used to be bored?
Bored
Like, do
as
you remember
fuck, 'cause
bored
there's
sitting in a
nothing to do.
line at the
Staring at
DMV
the
with
fucking
nothing
wall,
to
dog.
do?
Staring
Now
at
I'm
the
really
wall,
never.
staring at
Yeah.
the floor, looking at people watching.
Using
Yeah.
your imagination.
Using your imagination.
That used to make time go slow. There's no such thing. Now, like, even at the DMV, I got my AirPods on. I'm watching a
Chilling.
YouTube
You'd be
video.
scrolling on your phone anyway.
Yeah. So it now time's so fast
different.
'cause I'm never bored.
Yeah, we're in a
bored
different
used to
realm.
be boredness. Like, fuck.
Real boredness.
Yeah.
Like these kids are there. I'm so bored. I'm like looking around the room like fucking iPad, TV, PS5, fucking blah 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 blah.
Fucking
Like,
VR. I know if you got
y'all know
VR
what
shit
fucking
too,
bored
probably.
is, bro. We used to play
Yeah.
with rocks and
Well,
sticks and shit.
I remember going to Vegas as a kid. Like, you know what I mean? You were riding in there, and like you used to think that was like the most far out road trip ever, bro. You're like,
bro.
it felt like that drive. You're driving across states,
Are
bro.
we there yet?
Yeah. And now, like, when you're older, bro, and I'm over here, I was like, hey, we did that shit in 2 hours. We're already here.
Yeah.
Like, we're just like, yo, what the fuck
Everything's
is
just
going
so
on?
quick,
Like,
dude.
Unless you had a bad trip, lost buddy Gablet or something. That's the
Like-
longest ride
like,
home
you know.
ever, bro.
yeah.
How
Still.
long are Mexican house parties you don't want to be at when you were a kid?
But like
Like a Mexican house party that you didn't want to be at. How long were those? When you were just waiting for your parents to go home?
Forever, bro.
oh yeah.
You didn't have an iPad. There was no other kid there. You're just waiting. Your parents like, can we go home?
While they're having a good time.
I remember those days being just like forever. But now these fools got the iPad. They got the
they
Fortnite, chilling. And even then, when I had the Game Boy, that shit ran out of batteries. It got dark. This shit was not fucking lit.
Yeah,
Hey,
bro,
no
but that-
excuses, bro.
that
They got the world in their palm. They can do whatever they want, and you know, some people are mad that like
you feel cheated. That's why.
the top
Yeah.
you know job aspiration at this point is to be an influencer. But can you be mad about that? I mean, that's dope that any human being can feel like they can aspire to be a celebrity at this point. You know what I mean? That shit is realistically available to anybody on earth at this point, almost.
Yeah, being a celebrity.
Almost.
Yeah.
To become a celebrity at
Yeah.
this point, or to create your own content, or choose your own path.
I mean,
It's
do
a
you
great
remember?
time,
Yeah.
bro. They have no excuses.
I mean, I'm gonna go way beyond our time, but like Elvis. Remember how crazy it was to be Elvis? There was one Elvis.
Oh, bro.
There was one group of the Beatles. Now there's. Sometimes I go on YouTube, and some
There's
little kid.
groups
Fool,
that are
type
like the
in Lil
Beatles
on
right now
Google.
that you don't even know who the fuck they
That's
are.
what I meant.
And you might never know who
That's
they
what
are.
I meant.
but they're popping.
No, they're
K-pop,
huge.
bro.
They make
K-pop is
K-pop.
huge.
Exactly.
We don't fucking know.
Yeah,
We're in a
they're-
bubble.
yeah.
The Latin market is exploding
Fuck
right now
yeah,
with
bro.
all these different artists.
so
and
many
everything.
reggaeton
And
artists.
Yeah.
Thank God, because them the best concerts to go
Yeah.
to anyway. Bless you.
Oh,
Thank you.
for sure.
Keep doing your thing. I'll
Oh,
be there.
yeah.
All of
No,
them.
you're
Bad
so
Bunny.
right.
I'll see you.
He just be getting lit, bro.
No, that's where all the hoes are.
Exactly.
Go where the hoes are.
Dude, the weekend? Go to a weekend concert.
course.
These bitches want to fall in love with
Fuck, bro,
someone.
I'm with it. Bryson
Yeah.
Tiller, Chris
Yup.
Brown. I'm hitting all the hot spots.
Yep. He knows what's up. There we
I ain't
go.
going to a hip hop concert.
Hell yeah, nah.
I listen to hip hop in the car, dog. I've been doing this
Yup.
shit my whole life.
You go to R&B,
Like, I
you
wanna
go to
hear you and your
R&B.
homeboys with the microphone.
Yep.
Hey, straight up, Cypress is one of the only hip hop groups that has a good show, bro. They're like I've been watching rap concerts my entire life, bro, and like DMX and Cypress Hill are like one of the only two enjoyable. Like I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan in the world. I don't want to see Jay live, not
No.
back then.
No.
Yeah.
Like if he did like some like live at the Garden shit now because we all know all of the songs,
Yeah.
it would be lit because it would just be like a sing along with him and the
Yep.
crowd. You know what I'm saying? But back then it was him with the mic. You don't want
It's
to
the
see
Carter
that shit.
experience
that
now,
shit
bro.
ain't live. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like there's only a few groups in hip hop that can put on like a good live show. But
I can see why now a lot of people.
reggaeton, I'm with
Yeah.
it though. That
Yeah.
shit popping.
No matter
Yeah.
what, it could be at the beach, one stage, it could be
Dog.
whatever
I
stage,
don't
it's
give
just
a
gonna be
fuck.
lit, bro.
Here, Colombia, wherever. I'm with it. I'm ready to go.
Nah, I feel you.
What is it?
Just invite me. I'll show up.
The chat room said this guy's spitting. When he said about it, I don't want to see your
Right.
homies at the concert. He's like two homies at the bike. He's like, I want to go there for the hoes.
Nah, you gotta worry about getting
No.
shot, bro. I'm
That's
cool
why-
on that
I mean,
shit.
well,
Yeah,
Hit me
man,
with that
for real.
shit.
Yeah, and that's
Yo,
why I go to.
we came to hang out with girls and drink, bro. I ain't got time for all that shit.
Yeah, these fools ask me why I go to music festivals and EDM festivals. I don't
Because
really
you don't
like
have to worry about
EDM,
that
but
shit.
girls are fucking
But
in fucking pasties, rolling balls,
Yeah,
and they
bro.
just want to talk to dudes. And you got water,
What
they
Cat
want
Williams
water.
say? He's like, I got
Yeah.
some shit at my house that ain't for me.
Exactly.
He said, I don't like Alizé,
Yeah.
but bitches do.
Exactly, exactly. A real baller has all drugs at his house in
Yeah, of
case
course.
whatever
He don't
bitch
even
comes
do
over.
drugs.
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, you don't even do drugs.
I learned that from the homies early.
I met a lot
Better
of
have
fools
that
like
shit
that,
on deck,
dog.
though.
The fools will fucking just. I'm like, why do you have this shit? But it's like, you know, if you're there though, and that's your real homie, he'll fucking let you have some other sack and be
Oh,
like,
yeah, of
you know what I
course.
mean? Like that fool be like, yeah, it's cool, dog.
I'd be like, I thought you didn't do coke, and he looks at you. He's like, it's not for me, dumbass. And I'm like, you're right. I feel you. Like I know what you're talking about. No, definitely,
Fools-
it's a baller shit.
Yeah, I was like your homies that usually do that. Fool probably manages a T-Mobile. I was like, fool, any
you,
fool,
yeah. T-Mobile fools always got it going on.
T-Mobile fools always
Motherfuckers
got
are
that shit.
grimy, dog. They
They
always
are
have been.
because they
That's always
steal.
been a
They,
hustle, bro.
dude, they
It's
make
always been a hustle,
they
bro.
make
Them fools got cash.
They make grandma sign for shit that didn't sign for. They'll give you an iPad that's for free, but ain't for free. It's
Never
$30
for
a
free.
month.
I'm still paying
These
for
fools are
shit, for
fucking
sure.
thieves, but good for them. I'm mad
not
at
mad
them.
at 'em.
Not mad at them, but
Nah, get your money.
shout out to
dog.
my homies that work at
On that
Verizon.
corporate grind.
It's like
Yeah,
those-
I know you
Hey, you
fools
want to
do.
put on them khakis and that polo every day?
It's like those
Let's do it.
Bless you,
those
do your
banker
thing.
fools, dog. I'm telling you, like here's the thing, like banker fools and fools that sell phones. Those like they probably party
Straight up
hard,
gangsters,
bro.
bro.
They fucking party hard. Those fools make money. Every time I've seen those fools come in like strip clubs or something like that, those fools are there and they're partying hard, fool. Those are the fools that show up like that at the strip club, and Eddie and them will be
Hey,
fucking
dog,
talking
at the
about
end of the
this
day, It's
shit.
a sales job, and
Yeah.
they grinding, bro.
Yeah, no, but it's like
And they got to talk to people and hustle.
they
Yep.
get down
It's
with
hand
it,
to
man.
hand. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. Different product.
I remember when I used to sell cars when I was in college. Same shit, bro. I was like, man, I never kicked it with fools like this. These fools are out here just. I was like, oh damn, this is the reason you close deals at 12.
Did you? Hey, quick question. Did you ever have a regular like 9 to 5 type of job?
I
Like,
mean, running the shop was like, you know, I open in the morning
Yeah,
and close
but-
at night. But like a normal job,
Yeah.
retail or anything like that, no,
nah.
never retail.
I mean, I wouldn't expect it, but just asking because
A couple like little like sales or phone jobs when I was down on my luck and trying
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
something or something like that. But nah, bro, I'm like a natural hustler. So even
mean,
I
none of
ain't
us
never
do-
really had a job,
yeah,
bro. I
none-
just been
yeah.
grinding or doing something
That's
or
what's up.
figuring it out. You know what I mean?
That's like you said, bro. That's like to have done that like in the last decade. Like that shit is it's dope as fuck because like you're beating every single odds without having the resources. But now, fool, that's an option to motherfuckers, bro. And I do feel it when some fools are like, man, I feel like I got cheated. I was born in the wrong era because you're like, man, all the ideas you had and you had no resources in the hood, no
Oh,
resources, bro. And then like
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you could just get on one fucking phone, bro. You get your first paycheck from your job. You're smart enough to invest in something like Dogecoin. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro, you don't even need that.
Yeah.
Like that's like I listen to Gary Vee sometimes, and he'll talk about that. He'd be like, "Yo, if you ain't got no money, You ain't got nothing. You have no excuse right now. He's
Yeah.
like, if you're not fucking writing 100
Just
fucking
get up, right?
messages on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Just
he's
wake
like, if
up.
you're not literally all day long posting or creating something, he's like, you're an idiot. It's
Yeah.
like, and if you have nothing going your way, you have everything in the pocket. Like, you could do whatever you want.
Yeah, man. There's like imagine
I
like
don't know.
talent.
Motherfucker's got a Signal and Telegraph.
Yeah, but he's been
and
rich
this.
his whole life though.
Has he?
Yeah, he's
I
got a
mean, he
wing.
worked
Yeah,
for it.
he makes
He
it.
built that
He makes it.
business.
He makes it seem easier than it is. We can
I
all
mean,
say that.
the
Yeah.
Nah,
Russian
fool,
community's
that's just because he
different.
stopped
Them
showing you
dudes
the
come
videos
from-
of him in the wine cellar, bro.
You got to understand. Anybody in the Russian community or any type of Soviet background, they came from a place where the
Those fools fight to
game
live.
the game was fixed, and you couldn't win no matter how hard you worked.
It's-
So
Oh, no.
like that's why they come over here and they excel in certain things because they're like, oh, we can cheat a little bit and grind out and get ahead here. They're
I
like,
think-
fuck. They kind of just like
I think
they
that's
hustle it
every
up, you know?
country that comes here. They
A lot.
always, most
Yeah,
of them,
a lot.
at least the.
especially any type of communist background country.
Yeah,
though.
they
It's a
come here,
different setup,
yeah.
you know
Where
what
is
I'm
that
saying?
fool from? Is that fool Russian?
Yeah,
Anything-
He's
Yeah.
from the Soviet. They're
Oh.
from the Soviet.
Like anybody
Like,
from the Middle
it's
East
I
shows
work
up.
Soviet era.
you know, it's
Yeah.
from the block, dog.
Yeah.
It's a big. It's not just Russian. It's
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
half of Europe and Asia. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like that
refer
was a big
to
area.
they refer to home as
Yeah.
the old country.
Yeah, all those.
I mean,
all those-
Uzbekistan,
yeah.
Kazakhstan, like all of these
Motherland.
places are all part of the Soviet Union, and
All these
they
places that
react
sound like
and
Pokemon.
act off of Soviet values and shit.
They go hard. They come here and they fucking like.
Oh, they hustle.
The
like
Middle East comes
motherfuckers,
here
bro.
and they got. I mean, I'm gonna sound racist, but they got a 7-Eleven. They got 3 of them.
No,
It
they
sounds
grinded to
racist.
get
That sounds grinding. That you don't get that from just sitting there and not grinding,
you gotta
dude.
work
These
that
fools are
shit.
there sometimes 24 hours, and they're like, one day I'm not gonna have to be here 24
I mean,
hours.
the-
Yeah,
And
if we
the
ever
one day
think
they
about
not.
it, like if Indian fools started mowing grass, I don't know where.
Shut
bro.
up! Don't give them ideas,
Like,
dog.
fools
Don't
like,
give them
that
ideas,
fool
dog.
fucking
Stop.
take you fools
let
out,
us,
dog.
let us handle that. Stop giving people ideas,
But I feel like
dog.
those fools are all like, it's
Let 'em-
okay, the
let 'em-
store's cool, we're good
Dog.
with our stories real quick. Like,
Let them chill, dog. Let us sit down.
I
Let us
just
do
really
our
think
grind,
about
man.
it, bro. Like, if you think about it,
I
like,
know.
you get the 7-Eleven decides to fuck around, it's like, we now have car
Dog,
wash.
There's
Fuck, bro, that shit is done.
Dog, there's Asian people that cut grass.
Them fools could fucking do yoga
There's a
stands to
couple
scrub the
Asians
top
like
of your car
Filipinos that got
fucking
cut
other people
that
could
cut
reach.
grass, and they like trying to come in the game. I've seen
Yeah.
that shit. My dad used to have a lawnmower shop,
Yeah.
and there was a couple Asians that used to come and get
Yeah, landscaping and
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
Yeah, you ever met like fools, especially downtown? You see them
And these
like,
fools get
before,
hated
it
on. These
used to
fools
be
get
rare,
hated on.
bro.
The
Of course they
Mexicans
do.
are like, fool, get the fuck out of here. This is kind of like our shit. So like, imagine if a Mexican tried to open a 7-Eleven. It won't last long, dog.
Or he's like, you decided to open up a dry cleaner. Like,
It's
you
over,
just like,
dog.
yo, man, fuck y'all.
That's what I'm saying. Let people
I
have
think you
their
gotta
thing.
flip the script, bro, because I kind of want to see that now. Like, if I could be like, yo, if
imagine
I could have a
Bro.
Spanish person and call it fucking
Dog.
Siete Once
No,
and fucking be like, yo, man, fuck this. We started 7-Eleven in
Kill,
Spanish.
bro.
Imagine an Indian fucking paletero man.
Oh, bro, that fool will
Or an
probably
Indian
have all
vendor,
his-
dog.
Oh, bro, I seen
Wait, you seen one?
we got some shit from one at the dog park the other day, bro. I don't know if he was Indian, but he wasn't Hispanic.
Damn, see?
Damn,
They're
my
trying
girl-
to take
my girl talked to him
over.
in Spanish, and he was like, huh? And she was like, vanilla. And he was like, oh, yeah, I got vanilla.
Oh, shit, damn.
I'm telling you, see, it's a matter of time, dog. There's money there. I
bro.
think there's money there. Mexicans aren't stupid. Mexicans are pushing this fucking cart selling ice cream for $20, dude.
Paleteros in disguise, bro.
I think there's
Straight
money in
up,
there.
bro.
Meanies don't have talked about it. Be like, how much you think a paletero
Hey,
makes?
dog, any type of like real like hard work sales or like door to door or like all that shit is. That shit's fair game right now.
You're
Look at
so
like food
right.
trucks and everything
Because
else.
you know,
If
right?
you want to be in a trade, like all the trade
Yeah.
businesses, you can make a really
Like,
good living
think
right
about
now
it, bro.
and
Like,
build a
if,
business,
you
bro.
know how in front of the taco stand, you used to, like, back in the day, you used to see the fool selling DVDs and fake
Yeah.
movies. Think about it. If there was an Indian fool, I'd be hyped. That fool probably downloaded the right copies.
Or-
he knows how to get down the computer more.
But-
you know what I mean? They should switch a little bit, bro. I think that shit would be fucking great, bro.
I get what he means. Like, I remember living, like, when I used to live with George, it was this lady that came by. Sometimes I just bought shit because of the lady. Just something, just like,
buy shit from people all the
yeah,
time,
just,
bro.
I didn't even want the chips. It was just kind of like, oh, I like that lady because she's cool, she's nice.
I
Yeah,
support
and
that.
you're right.
supporting the
And
hustle,
people,
bro.
yeah, supporting the hustle.
Man,
And once
I give
you,
money out all day long because I get it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care if a kid's grinding candy or, you know.
all those kids that show up at
I'm
your
gonna
door.
keep a smoker out of somebody's fucking bedroom later on that night, fucking popping through their window or something. Like, you know, I feel like it's good for the community. I just piece up and call it a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gotta support the hustle.
Sometimes
I'm
I
down
just
with
wanna
anybody out there trying to get it
Yeah.
any way they're trying to get it in a positive manner. You know what I'm saying?
Start
And it
to
doesn't
that.
necessarily mean that like that could sometimes be frowned upon in the eyes of the establishment, but it's not like a foul thing. You know? what
Yeah,
I
I mean, it's
I
just,
support positive hustles.
bro, it's like the same thing. It's you see it like like the whole scalping thing, which is a big issue that people are having right now, right? It's like the trading cards, they're being scalped.
Are they?
Yeah, they're being scalped so much. Like regular kids or regular consumers that collect it
they can't get the packs
cannot
anymore.
buy anymore because the scalpers are
became a
out there so
business
much.
again.
But at the end of the day, as much as you want to fucking hate on the shit, that game is that game is open to anybody because I know kid scalpers and I know scalpers that are the fools that fucking chase the truck down because they have a car. But I'm like, yo, it's a hustle's a hustle.
You either understand the way the game works or you don't.
See, but now there's money
Now
in it.
there's levels to the game, so you got to be able to figure it out. Some of these kids can still get shoes, some can't.
See, yeah, you know how weird it is to buy some shit that you want from a kid, bro, and the kid's fucking you're fucking debating this shit. Imagine if like kids were allowed to hustle, bro. And this kid has some rare ass fucking weed, and you trying to the kids over here is like, nah, man, I want 3. You know what I mean? I'd fucking flip out, but like because it's shoes, you know, it still stunts me a little bit. But I imagine
They
if
know
like
the price, dog.
yeah.
Like, nah, that's what these are going for.
Like, you feel weird giving a kid $1,000 for some shit, bro. Like,
Bro,
you know what
that
I mean?
little kid, he
No.
kept on cashing out at patches and pins.
No, I was
Yeah.
there. No,
You only feel weird now because you can't take it anymore.
He's so right.
There was,
Thursday.
there was this little kid that someone goes to like patches and pins. This little kid just has a stack of money, just goes up to each one. He's like,
It was my payback.
He was like, hey, let me get this stack, let me get this stack, let me get this stack of cards. And his mom's like, you gotta stop buying cards already.
That motherfucker
Yeah.
had money. Yeah,
He was probably like 7 years old, bro, just walking around with a stack of money, just like.
Remember, I told you about that when I posted up, and I have like my Pokemon cards, and I have all the packs that I
So,
go
well,
get.
let me explain to
Talking
him. It
about-
was
he had a
it
taco
was like
booth, too.
it was like a vendor spot.
Yeah, like a flea market,
Oh,
but it
yeah,
was like
like
they
a-
have
So we
anything
went
goes, like
and-
collectibles,
Yeah.
like
Like a
vintage
trap spot
and
for
shit.
collectibles.
And
Yeah,
he's
I've
on,
been
and
to
yeah,
them.
and he's
I've
on
been-
had his Pokemon cards, and these kids would come by, and like he said, kids
We're
would like
balling, dude.
$500, $600, and we're talking like,
They got the flip.
yeah,
game
like
down.
not little
Used to
kids,
be
but like
different.
between that 9 and 13.
Like you still need a parent there
yeah,
sometimes.
the
Like
parent was there, and the parent would like look at him like, go ahead. Type of shit, and then I'm looking
Like
at
the
these
mob
on it.
boss and shit,
Yeah,
huh? Like-
and you know us, we took an edible, we're in the back chilling, and I got nothing to do, so I'm just looking at these. I'm like, you're talking to like a 10-year-old about Pokemon cards, and you're about to this is about to give you like $500-$600 for this shit.
yeah, but
Shit is wild.
But it's
a new
weird.
world, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with
the
it, but
collectible
it's
market is
yeah.
shit. And we have the internet now, so like all of these people can meet up and go to the same place, and like you know,
So
Hey,
if you,
since
if you have a kid, you just can't. Now you can rely. Now you just don't have to naturally train them to be an athlete.
Right.
You could be like, hey man, if you're good at computers, you can make money on this too now.
Right.
You know what I
Since
mean?
you brought up collectibles, do you have any Sandlot memorabilia that you
I
hold, or
have
what's the
so
most?
much shit,
Yeah,
bro,
do
but,
you?
like not like people give me stuff constantly, and I just give it away, bro.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, like it's like it makes people happy to give to their kids and whatever else. I use it like as like that shit's like tipping at a restaurant for me because I know that people appreciate it. So people give it to me and I just give it to other people and sign it and do the
Do
thing.
you do any other Comic Cons or anything like that?
I've done a few and a lot of like autograph signings and shit. It's cool
Yeah?
because it's a iconic film and it has to do with baseball. So I get to do a lot more appearances than some actors probably do. Can do baseball games.
You
and
fools probably met a
fucking-
lot of like crazy like Hall of Famers, huh? Like baseball players.
Yeah, bro. I've met a ton of baseball players. Yeah,
Like-
and just really cool people. We did a Field of Dreams game with like fucking legends, fucking Reggie Jackson,
King
and
Griffey.
Wade Boggs, and all these guys. I never met Ken. But you know, different folks.
Do
over
you
the
love
years.
baseball? Like, cause
I do
yeah.
now. I love
You
baseball.
gotta
bro.
learn to love it.
Well, yeah, no,
But
that's
it's
what I'm
not
asking.
just that, but like I honestly would at this point I would rather. I mean, I don't know if I would go as far as saying watch baseball on TV. I loved basketball when I was a kid. It was like my first love, but it was in a really
Jordan
good
era?
It was the Jordan era. I was a huge Jordan fan, and then Kobe too. So we had the Lakers
Yeah.
kind of tear off when I was in like my early 20s, 19, 20 was when they were winning those championships. So it was a really good era for that, and it was super dope, obviously. But yeah, I like baseball. I can enjoy baseball now. I look forward to going to Dodger Stadium and seeing a game. I missed that
There we go.
now after this last year during the pandemic. Like, and I like watching baseball on TV, like playoffs in better games or better teams. I can't grind out a season or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
watching
I
that,
asked
but-
that because I mean I don't really like watch it, but if you
Yeah.
watch it with someone that knows, like my grandpa watches it, and then
They
he
love it,
explains
bro.
to me
They
what
used to
it's
listen to that shit on radio.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
explains to me what's going on. then
Baseball
I'm like,
is chess, so it's
see,
a different type of game.
I'm just
It's
wondering if
slow
you
and drawn
knew,
out.
'cause-
Yeah, I understand it. So
Yeah, it's
I
tactical.
understand what is appealing about that.
Yeah.
It's like a dude watching golf, but like I mean, our grandparents, and they grew up listening to things.
Yeah,
They're listening to play-by-play or a good announcer.
The original podcast.
You know what I'm saying? Like him
There you
calling
go.
the game live at the game. You know what I'm saying? So like, and they would be by a fucking radio, all of them just standing around listening to it like it was the biggest thing in the world. You know what I mean?
You think they're like...
They appreciate the speed of baseball because it was by radio. They got to hear it like in that manner. You know what I'm saying?
Old people probably looking at like they're looking at us like just like, oh man, you're barely discovering fucking this podcast shit, you know? Because like that's like they grew up on that, bro. Listening to like that what was that, the War of the World shit?
War of the World.
Yeah, like
Oh,
or
it was
the
talk
scare-
radio. It was big. They had like full on productions, bro. They would do
Yeah.
like plays
And this is
on the radio.
this
well,
is
the
what's
president,
popping
the
now.
president used to go on there. We usually call the fire chats, and he'd go on. I think it was Roosevelt or whatever. He'd go on and you sit around and hear the president tell you what the fuck was going on.
I mean, that's gonna be like
during
that's
World War II.
Clubhouse's
Yeah.
platform, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Can't you see like government and politicians using a Clubhouse type platform to do like debates and things of that nature?
Yeah.
It makes sense, no?
And labeling it as a research for them. Yeah, straight up.
I mean, I'm sure they're listening to it as research right now.
Yeah, bro. I'm like everything that listens to it is just pretty much a bot at this point. It's just like keywords. It just triggers. But like sometimes I kind of learned to not hate it because sometimes Instagram shows me some pretty interesting shit. Like I was like, you know what? I didn't need that sweater, but I bought it. You know what I mean? Like, or that's how I ended up with all those laser guns with the green lasers.
You end up with a lot of shit that you shouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I
Fucking
had
dinosaur
to
shit.
start putting hide ad now from now on because I'm like they get me too much, bro. I end up buying shit that's like, yo, a fucking toothpick launcher for no.
Yeah. See,
Oh no, that's because
they know you so
what
well.
You're thinking, bro. Yeah, you're part of that's part of the thing. It's a marketing tool. We all sign up and habitually go through it. I mean, Instagram is the most used app on earth. It has to be.
I think they should have like certain tests where like they separate motherfuckers from this shit.
well, look,
And
this
see
is what
see
it
if it
look,
happens like like
well-
crack addicts.
Well, this is what it would be.
Oh, they're crack addicts, bro. I got young kids, so I see them with YouTube. It's like they're addicted.
Yeah,
like
do
a
you see
motherfucker
that,
to
bro?
it.
Because I imagine like
no, they are.
if you had a drug or something that was like a drug when you were a
Well, it
kid
is a
like that,
drug.
you
It's-
could like
it's-
throw a tantrum for it.
Oh, they do. Well, my kids are pretty good, but like they will, like they want it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And they are addicted to it.
That's
It's definitely that type of vibe for sure.
That's crazy to believe. Well, I mean, I don't have kids, man, so it's like, but I do see it in my friends that they have kids, and I notice that sometimes. I was like, man, it's crazy how even it will be like a tool of leverage. Like sometimes, like for example, like I went to
We
a
try to
funeral.
control it like that.
yeah.
But it can be a good thing for that sense because it
Yeah.
used to be nothing for them to do. They'd be acting a fool. But now you can like
You could just be like, here,
give
it's
it
like
to
a
them at
pacifier.
restaurant. It is a pacifier. That's exactly what it is.
That's what I see.
But it's releasing endorphins in our children that are like a pacifier. It's making them okay with being stuck at that moment.
When I went to when I was at Universal earlier, I was in line, bro, and like I noticed that like kids don't really cry no more. Like the tantrum only goes so much because every time I notice that they try to
Just
shut them
hand
up,
a YouTube.
every time they try to shut them up, bro, they'll literally be like,
Just hand
I
them
saw
a
3
phone.
parents in a row.
Give 'em their phone.
Here.
They're like 1.5,
Here.
bro. They can swipe open and control your shit.
Like they're carrying the motherfucker here, and the baby
Yeah,
knows how to
yeah.
do it, and like
Don't drop my shit.
By the
That's
way,
how it is. That's how it
Yeah.
be. Just don't drop my phone.
That's what
Yeah.
I trip out about that, or like they play like that Roblox and like they're watching the full like play Roblox and stuff like that as they're playing Roblox. I'm like, bro, why are you watching like this?
They
fool
love
play
that
the-"
shit.
Yeah,
like
I was
that shit made
They're
us.
super
I'm like,
into
I
it.
don't get it. Like,
My daughter watched people play video games for years and never played the video games.
Yeah, or like toy openings. Like you're like, girl, what the fuck do you want me to buy you the toys? But like you rather watch them. Like
Dude, they're into it. They love it.
it's
it's
crazy.
so
And
weird,
they like
man.
that they can control it too. And they'll have like it's them like. All right, it's a gift and a curse because at this point I see that they can develop at a younger age because they can actually like go down the hole that they like the rabbit hole that they want kind of. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because they
Exploring
get
shit.
to control. It's not you just handing them what you want them to learn. They can actually be their true self, right? Because they
Yeah.
can go down and find things from a pretty early age that they like. It's also like, you know, maybe we shouldn't just be giving them, you know, they're fucking like 3. They probably shouldn't be able to go down the hole they want. They need
Yeah.
some type of guidance too. You know what I mean? It's a gift and a curse. Technology's changing everything for sure.
After like being at a place like Universal
I mean,
today,
for
just-
somebody that doesn't have kids,
Yeah.
it's great because you don't have to
I
listen to some fucking whine anymore.
I observe it, but it also I also learn things too. Like every fucking time I'm like Netflix and chilling with my girlfriend, I'm over here watching TV, and I always see the top 10 of Netflix, right? And every fucking week, day in on day out, bro, day in on day out. I always ask this. I have this conversation when we run out of things to watch. How the fuck is Coco Melon still on the fucking top 10, bro?
Hey,
I fucking don't understand.
Why? Because that shit is crack, dog.
Yo,
That shit is crack.
dude.
Yeah,
If
that
I
shit is
threaten my kids to put on Coco Melon, they'll be like, no, and then they're just like this.
Yo, that shit, it's so...
Like bug-eyed, fucking can't move, just watching the song, bro. That shit is crack. It puts them in a trance.
What is this thing
Yo,
we're talking
bro,
It's
about?
called Coco Melon.
Yeah.
It's like
Look it up,
sing-along
Ray.
songs with
No,
this little...
Is it like
It's
is it like that Baby Shark
No,
thing?
like, no, it's kind of like, okay,
No,
so
it's less annoying than Baby Shark.
You
It's
remember
much more
Boss Baby?
melodic.
The movie, the movie about the Boss Babies.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of baby, but like a cheaper version of him. And
It's
he's
just
like
songs.
the leader of him, and they sing and they
They
dance.
just sing.
How do you
Every
spell this
fuck-
Coco Melt thing?
Every
do you
fucking
spell it?
week, bro.
Yeah.
Coco Melon. C-O-C-O and then melon. 2
Coco
words.
Melon, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, go. What is it? Like from now on, every time you go watch Netflix and you look at the numbers and say 1 through 10, every fucking week you'll see that shit go from 7. Fucking, you'll see it go 4 and then or 10. It just never goes to
always
number
there,
1.
though.
It's always there, bro.
So
That's
this
because
thing
we're
here?
using it because we know it's gonna put
Nah,
him
it's
in a
just
trance.
it's this fucking baby, dude. It's this little.
Nah, it's called. His name's JJ. He's got toys now too.
I know exactly what you're
Bro, I
talking
don't
about,
even
my
have
God.
kids, but like you see the thing because it says right here it's like next on the fucking top 10 in
Yeah,
the
that shit
American
is
list.
straight up-
That shit,
That thing.
dude.
That thing.
Entrances them. That's 45 minutes of peace right there is what that is with a couple of kids.
Yeah.
Like on
That's
YouTube
why you
and
see
shit?
it in the top 10. That's what that buys you. You get like a 30 to 45 minute window where they won't move from the couch and you don't have to worry about them being quiet. Because when you have like young kids that can move around, if
Yeah.
they're being
They're gonna
quiet,
want-
they're doing some bad shit
You're
usually.
gonna want that new.
Yeah, that's
James
true.
Toy after
We
that
like to
video.
listen because we be doing other shit or trying
Yeah.
to be in the other room or doing whatever. And if it gets quiet, it's usually a bad sign. But Coco Melon, it makes it so that you can be. It'll be quiet. You got like 45 minutes to an hour.
I remember.
Yo, you
And if
Let
you
me
want them to
check this
calm
out.
down before bed, put Coco Melon on and they'll calm down and you go give them a bath and put them to sleep.
Bro, this is true. When you're doing something bad, bro, that's true. Why do you?
They know to be
like,
quiet.
Why are you quiet, bro? I
Because
remember.
you know that you're not supposed to be doing that shit.
Yeah, when I was a kid, bro, I was writing on the walls for like an hour almost, bro. I felt like an hour, and I remember just being so quiet, bro.
quiet.
Just like quiet Picasso, bro.
You're not supposed to do that shit. You don't want to blow up the spot.
Yeah, but it was like fresh white walls, and I'm just like
quiet
ooh,
Picasso.
just drawing it, bro. And then I remember that ass whooping, bro. Like it was memorable, but like,
Yeah.
but still, like I remember, like now that he says that, I'm like every time that
You know
I,
damn well you should have been
Yeah.
drawn on those walls too.
yeah, I
the whole
knew.
time.
Yeah, the whole time.
Fucking like nothing, just
I remember this one time because I lived with
Entranced,
my uncle.
bro.
Yep.
And like, you know how like freaking people are just like, oh, like fucking this back in the day they pump gas and shit like that. I don't know what fucking like came to my mind. I was like, oh, I'm gonna just turn the water hose and fucking start putting fucking water in this gas tank.
That's fucked up.
And this one coming out, he's like, bro, what the fuck you doing to my Cadillac? I was like, oh shit.
And you know what? That
Trying to help you out, homie.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying to give you gas, you know,
There's
like at the same time.
a
like,
lot of
fuck.
kids do that, bro. Like
They don't know.
when you look it up, it's like because they see you doing that, so it's very impressive.
Like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, and it's like if I've read that somewhere where like what is it with the study of the brain and like I think it was on Times, bro, and it said that certain behaviors or certain things they do that are bad, kids will do that, but it's not really based on them trying to do a bad thing. Like you said, oh, let me help you out. That's where that mentality was like, oh, you just stick a hose in there and fucking turn the water
Or
on.
kids that grab anything and smoke because they're smoking whenever the
dog.
kids smoke.
It used to be the worst. We
Yeah.
used to give. When I was a kid, we had candy cigarettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like then they had ones that actually smoked because you wanted to be cool like that.
Yeah.
It was a different time though. We used to like my mom. I was like 8, and she would send me to the gas station or the liquor store with like a note for cigarettes and beer and shit.
Like
And they would give
now,
them to you.
now they won't even let you
Yo.
sell flavored vape.
No, my mom would be like, yeah,
For
go to the
adults.
store, go to 76, and they'd be like, they would give you a prize, like, and get yourself a candy bar or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck? I would never send my kids to the store for fucking blunts or papers or some
Right.
shit. Not that they would give them to them, but that shit used to fly.
Yeah.
Here's a note from my mom. She wants cool Filter Kings and a 6-pack of Miller Lite. He might even know. He'd be like, oh, your mom wants her fucking fix. Here,
Yeah.
kid, don't trip. I
He-
got you.
He might,
that'd be my
yeah,
mom.
he might be weirded out when
She make her
you
stop
get
at a
something
smoke shop
else.
for a pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be like,
Your mom
oh,
said that was okay?
what, your
You
mom?
sure you're allowed to buy that?
I think that might be for you.
And like,
Yeah.
Calls your mom. Hey, did you order this? He's like, I had a feeling.
your usual is a
Yeah,
6-pack of
yeah,
PBR,
yeah, this
but
motherfucker
he
came
in
here.
here wanting wild turkey.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Next thing you get popped because your mom's a regular.
Oh, shit, we used to do dumbass shit. I used to fill the vodka bottle back up with water.
Oh, I tried that, bro, and I got
mean, like,
caught.
you think that as a kid, you're like, oh, fuck it, they'll never know until they drink
They'll
it.
never know.
Like, as an adult, you're
Or
like,
they put,
God, a fucking
or they put it in the
idiot, bro.
freezer.
Or it freezes.
My brother
Yo,
Isa,
that's
my brother
fucking
Isa
true.
would be like, oh, because his mom would always keep his thing in the freezer. He's like, she's not gonna know, bro. I'm like, bro, that's water.
Yeah, they like.
Water, bro,
It's
you
gonna
just water down the
freeze.
vodka.
It's gonna freeze.
There's a like I remember I tried that, bro, and that's how I got caught like drinking it. Like, well, I never really owned up to it, so I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you just always like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Deny.
So it's like you just walk away from it, and I remember trying to water down Hennessy, bro.
Yeah.
Because it was my grandma's Hennessy, and that's where I picked it up, bro. Honestly, to be honest, like my grandma always had it, so that was the most accessible thing. And she's 96, you know what I mean. So like when I was sneaking it from her, she didn't drink it much, so like I was abusing it, just like, oh fuck yeah. And then I remember just when she finally wanted some, she's like, what the fuck is this? And I got in trouble, bro.
Yeah, you should have.
But when I'm thinking of it now, I'm like, if somebody put water in my bottle of Hennessy,
I'd be pissed.
and I try to do it, not only would I be pissed, but
You just ruined
how
it.
stupid do you think that I am as an adult? Like that I'm not gonna notice about it, like water in my fucking Hennessy.
That's
My
because you know
dad-
what alcohol tastes
Yeah.
like now and
Yeah.
how it affects you. As
my-
a kid, you don't fucking know. You're
My
like,
dad
oh,
was
they'll
so
never
pissed.
know.
Yeah.
As a kid, you feel like you're forcing it like medicine. You know what I mean? Like, cause if you're drinking shots or liquor, unless you've been going at it for a minute, like you force it. It's like a little cheap throw. You're like, oh, after I do this nasty face real quick, I'm gonna get fucked up.
That was like that one time fucking we were in Vegas. You're all fucking drunk. You're like, they're not gonna know I put the sink water in the water bottles. I'm like, bro, they're gonna know.
What? Oh, the bathroom. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. For real, that was a true story. What Sammy was saying. I tried that method in Vegas, bro. Like where I was pretty fucked up most of the time, and I drank the stuff from the minibar, and I tried to fill up the water bottles with sink water. And then Sammy was like, "Are you fucking stupid, bro? This shit is cloudy as fuck." They're like, "You're gonna fucking know the moment they get in here," and you know, we did get charged for him. Yeah, trying to hide him and shit. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into the super chats, but let me go ahead and take this moment, take this break to tell you about our sponsors. Right off the bat, make sure you guys check out and follow Rosemary Fountain. Rosemary Fountain is a small kombucha company that handcrafts all their kombucha and immunity shots or wellness shots, whatever you want to call them. They make them for you guys fresh. You can order them online. They get there intact, and you can go ahead and store them in your fridge. We drink them here.
I actually had one earlier. It was bomb.
Yep, you got to go ahead and make those steps to make sure you start taking healthy shits and taking care of your gut. If you know, this is the first step, so you could go ahead and boost up your immunity system with the immunity shots, or drink some of the kombucha like we do here on the We Don't Smoke the Same show. Make sure you guys show them some love on the Instagram, and I have not forgotten about you guys that shared it and showed them some love. I got those sticker packs coming your way, so make sure you guys check them out. That is it, Rosemary Fountain. Next up, I want to tell you about BudVac, budvac.com. That is the glass vacuum storage system, the best glass vacuum storage system. You know what I mean? You know how it's the best? Because I got my friends here buying it. I got you guys out there buying it. Steph Tone's using it. I just got a message from somebody else this morning talking about, hey man, I just ordered mine. I've been picking up some good bud that's worthy of saving and preserving in here. I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and try to keep it tip top. They all come with their hand pump. Usually you could upgrade with the automatic rechargeable one, but they come with personal storage jars. You got the big grower ones where you can go ahead and let it burp out and shop around. Go to budvac.com. But that's not it. I'm gonna give you a little code from We Don't Smoke the Same for being a watcher over here, for watching our fucking show, for being a listener, loving the show and hitting that thumbs up. This is the reward. Hit that code WDSTS. Once again, WDSTS is a special code that'll save you some money when you're ordering at budvac.com. Make sure you guys use that because it helps us keep going with the show for you guys and giving that discount and that love for you guys. Also, I want to tell you guys about our good friends at Zishy.com. Zishy.com is a website that gives you access to not just one subscription, but multiple subscriptions to amateur, aspiring models, and very erotic and nude / pictures of different models, worldwide, international. Make sure you guys check them out. That's at Zishy.com. It costs $10.99 for the subscription that gives you access. All these girls have their own gallery, so it's not like OnlyFans where you only subscribe to one pussy. You go and get multiples. You know what I mean? You need that new fat material. Make sure you guys check that out. So go ahead and get away from the pussy that looks like it smells fishy and join Zishy.com and tell them We Don't Smoke the Same sent you. And last but not least, I want to also tell you about our last sponsor, Magic Genetics. You don't know what Magic Genetic is? Watch last week's episode in detail. These are two brothers that look like they got fucking made in a genetic lab. Well, they're not twins, but they're fucking. They are fucking identical, and I can see why they're in the genetic game because they're out there breeding and making these plants that give you the new magic to the scene that let you go ahead and have the new flavors. Because here's the thing, bro. Everybody has a recipe to grow the weed, and they don't want to switch it up because they want to keep the same formula. They got yields down, they got the strain down, they got all that. People, they pop the seeds, people that make the seeds, people that make those genetics happen. It all starts here. You got to go know a reliable genetic company, and Magic Genetics is that company. They give you a free gift, whatever you order. For all my growers out there, they want to go ahead and pop some new seeds out there. I know I got a couple of them. I'll let you know the update of them. And, in this little farm I got going, I got all those. Thank you so much for the care package. Those are all different strains that I have not seen out there, and you never know. It's kind of like playing the lottery. One of those seeds could be that pheno that becomes that shit, and that new wave that becomes that wave, like strawberry banana was at one point, or fucking Girl Scout cookies was at some point. You know what I mean? It comes by waves, and that's the beautiful thing about the cannabis game.
That's the real Pokemon pack.
We need a new one too.
Yeah, we do need a new one. I'm tired of how many ice cream cakes can I have? You know what I mean?
Just we breeding ourselves into a corner, and we need some new looks. You know what I'm saying?
So take that risk and fuck around with them, and make sure you guys let them know that we don't smoke the same scent you at Magic Genetics. Thank you for sponsoring the show. Now back to our regularly scheduled program, bro. We're almost at the top of the hour. Do we have any super chats? We have a few.
Yes, we do.
Let's get to super chats. I don't know if some of them might be questions. These are just the time when we talk to the fans. They pay the super chat. Dope. See what they're thinking about. All right, read them off, Ray.
All right, pull them up.
Hit that like button, please.
Yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Xavier said he's gonna smoke Scante at 200 likes.
Hell yeah!
Hey.
Damn. And 200 likes. The fifth person after that message me. I'm gonna pick some gear off of Eason's website to send to you guys.
There you go. You heard it from Sam.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah, so make sure
you're smoking Scante for. I'm going right here. I'm going right here.
The sick one.
He just replays the fucking clip from the 200 episode.
Yeah, I do have a video of me doing Scante on YouTube, so you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got paid. I got paid like $3,000 to smoke Scante.
Squints.
How was it?
It was the weirdest, stupidest shit I ever thought. And it was extra weird when people were cheering me on to do it.
Yeah, people pay tickets for this shit, bro, and that shit's mind-boggling, bro. They're like
people. First of all, people will pay people to do people will pay people to do dumb shit, let alone do drugs or anything else. It's
like when they hit it,
there's
people
something
were like,
about human beings want to watch people.
Piece of shits. They're piece of shits. I mean, I got paid like $3,000, and I didn't need the money.
Maybe in your occasion, because they're cheering for you to get a new Vice, bro. I mean, thankfully you didn't, but like the reaction to this, bro, like people get up and they're like this fool had just done some Picasso shit, and I'm like, bro, you can see this shit on Skid Row for free.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I walked off, and some guy was like, honestly, if you weren't gonna do it, I was gonna ask for my refund.
Damn,
I was like, you're a piece of shit.
Up,
straight up like that, dog.
Yeah, that shit is fucking hilarious.
Maniac shit.
How long were you gone for, dog?
Nah, it was. I mean, it was. I took a hit, but I'll be honest with you, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. It wasn't one of that like. It was just like it gets in my mouth.
Didn't get on a good
some
one.
other guy, some guy named Sidekick Eddie was next to me. He finished he milked it.
He said that's little
he milked
bitch
it. Yeah, he said little bitch shit, and he handled
Well, I mean,
it.
I'm sure he.
I'm
sure he smokes
he's a
on a
baller.
regular basis.
Yeah.
He was like throwback.
But it was weird. It was weird knowing how much people
party for
don't
like
give
2
a
days
fuck,
straight.
and people just want you to fucking be.
I was over here. I was like, bro,
A degenerate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your teeth are all survivors.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking that shit's bad, dog. It's bad news.
Yeah.
For all the kids listening out there.
Don't do that.
No, there's
You
no
definitely
kids.
don't.
It's 18 and over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, we make sure we click that channel.
When I
but
say
yeah.
like kids, like 18 and over too as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
anyone
kids,
out
like
there.
21 or 22, or even if you're
Yeah.
30. Yeah, just don't hit the
Yeah,
pookie, dog.
they
It's
know
bad news. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
No,
Yeah,
we
don't
kinda
definitely
glorify
don't.
that shit a
Definitely
little
don't.
bit, but that shit's
Definitely
rough,
don't.
dog.
Definitely don't.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the super chats.
Like now, you'd have to give me like
Take-
$15,000 now. Like I'm up in it now. Like I'm like,
stop,
like,
dog.
I'm up in it now. I'm just fucking around. No.
We're not about it, bro. Because
I'm just fucking around.
What if
dog.
some
I'm
fucking-
joking, motherfucker. No
Hey,
one's
let me
getting
reach
paid.
in my backpack,
No one's getting paid
hey,
15 grand.
15 grand. Just
Hey.
let me reach in my backpack.
You're gonna up the odds on you. Better be careful what you say.
Yo,
dog.
hey,
You
son-
better
Nah, I'm
be smoking
fucking
an 8 ball or
around.
something.
Hey, some Gary V motherfucker that listen to
like,
his
let me
advice
give
is
you
gonna be
90,
like,
you
you
have to
say
smoke
Gary
8
gives you
ball.
no good advice.
Nah, I'm fucking around. Don't smoke scante.
Yeah, jokes are bad. All right,
These
next
kids
one.
got too much money nowadays, bro. They
I
on
know,
that
that's what
Ethereum,
you're
Dogecoin
right.
grind.
You're gonna make a kid
Like-
go get a PP
Be
loan
like,
just so he
it's,
can smoke
uh,
scante.
Trust me.
He's 1/10 of a Bitcoin. Fuck it. Next thing you know, you got
That's
the
true
Piper
though, bro.
Andy on YouTube.
Imagine
doing some
if,
wild
fool,
shit.
imagine if with your allowance, bro, if you had that app to multiply it, fool, man,
Dude.
that shit would have, man, if fools that had an allowance, dog, no wonder, like now that they have an allowance, you could make that allowance into like money, bro. There's some smart ass kids out there, bro.
Oh yeah.
It's like, it's
It's a
almost,
game changer, bro. Internet changed the game. It's a wrap.
it's like you don't have to rely on this fool being an athlete anymore.
No.
Straight up. All right, let's get into the super chat. I'm gonna get another beer.
Bring me one.
What? Buddha Smoker 432-499. Chauncey, you got a memorable 420.
Hell yeah.
Whatever that means.
I had a memorable 420. This last 420, yeah, it was dope.
There we go.
This
We smoked,
This
we killed.
420.
It was cool. I did a little thing. It would have sucked, but I did a thing with Adam, and it was dope. He did like a little QVC show and the whole thing. It was a pretty dope production. It's cool to see like money coming into cannabis, like real like media money and stuff. It's dope
Yeah.
to see the vibes and stuff. It's cool
Hell
doing
yeah.
this shit and being in cool shared spaces like that now. Because this is used to be like unheard of. You know what I mean?
I was pulling down my 200 lighter on a 420.
There you go.
That was
I
pretty
had
cool.
I had a room come down that day too.
Yeah, I was
Not a
tripping
200
out.
lighter, but yeah.
Yeah. All my like, trimmers and shit like hated me that day too because like freaking my stuff was done in post harvest. So like, you're really gonna work us on 420? I was like, well, hey, I was like, my Cambodians and like Asian team was like super down. I was like, I know y'all stoners, but hey, I'll roll you guys like a fucking like 70-gram joint at the end of the day and like
Show
we'll call
must
it
go
even.
on.
Yeah, and they were like, bro, yeah, that.
Shit ready to trim. It's ready to trim, dog.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
Working.
yeah.
Yeah, I went from the spot to do Adam's fucking 420 show, and then I went back to work, bro. It's just
Yeah.
part of the game.
I know that's how it is for me and stuff like that. Like when I keep on leaving earlier, fucking because my spot in Elsinore, the dosage on fucking like system fucking computer shit off, and I'm the only person with that like
Yeah.
password. My workers were calling me all crazy, and I was like,
Yeah.
I already know why they're calling me. And this call was like, hey, let me talk to the manager, and I gave like the manager like the code and all that. He was like, bro, he's like, we're freaking out, bro. He was like, 'cause room 3 just turned on. I'm like, I know that shit needs to get fed right now. It's like, well, how come you guys didn't think to hand feed real quick?
Yeah. Well,
And they're like, you're right. I was like, yeah.
Well,
I was like, but this I was like,
that's
you
why you
guys
get
are
paid
looking-
the big bucks, bro.
Yeah.
Making the executive decisions. But
Uh-huh.
you're right. That's what I would have thought too. Why didn't you think on hand feeding it? Why'd
Yeah.
you wait, bro?
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's why you're the one with the password, Holmes.
Oh, yeah.
The,
Yeah.
You know,
That's facts.
protocol.
Huh. Yeah.
That was
Thank
beautiful,
God
man.
thank God for Dosatrons.
Dosatrons and all
shit
that,
like
yeah.
Anyway, though.
Hey, X, I heard you got shot, like fucking sock checked, bro.
Oh yeah.
Are we still talking about the
That's funny.
Squints story?
No,
got
he
sock
got
checked?
sock checked, full by Fools Gone Wild, and this was fucking
Yeah.
like halfway there, bro.
Yeah, I was at the Comedy Store and I ran into the Fools Gone Wild and
Oh,
they
no
were
shit.
sock checking everybody and I fucking didn't see it coming. Well, sock checked me.
Did
They were
you?
high, not as high as they should have
They were
been. You know what I
halfway.
Well,
mean?
you were wearing the low cut Pumas.
No, they weren't. No, they weren't. Why you gotta be a bitch like that? They weren't low cut Pumas. Go watch the video on my Instagram. I
They were
actually marked the
halfway.
spot. They weren't all the way up, so I was a little embarrassed.
Hey, George had some artsy ass fucking socks.
Hey, no, that
Yeah.
fool had the
There's
Ben
like a-
Davis socks, dog.
No, he had stance.
Yeah.
No, he had like I think it
Yeah,
was.
but that fool knew it was coming. I didn't know it was coming. Because they got, I was just in the sitting there.
I think it's
like,
better to have no shows than be like in
There it is,
between at
look,
that
look.
point, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, they're nice
see?
socks, Xavier.
That's
but-
not low cut. Don't be a bitch.
Okay, yeah, that's halfway.
But you have pants on. That's not fair. You can't be sock checking fools with pants.
Right?
dog.
See, he was
Yeah.
sock checking
That's,
full.
see,
Yeah.
that's just out of pocket.
He was,
though.
but he
I was
sock
like,
checked everybody though, so
He
I
sock
give
checked
the
every-
whole room.
I get it, but like you can't sock check
Yeah.
with pants on. I might have.
Okay, hey, what,
You don't know.
That's a bit excess,
wasn't
bro. Like to
prepared.
go to everybody.
There
sock
should be
check
like a
fool.
protocol,
Next,
fool.
sock check fool.
Yeah.
Like yo, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, but I
You're a
got
fucking
sock
grown
checked.
ass
Yeah.
man to begin with.
Someone's like, I didn't know C- is freaking sun grower.
Yeah, bro. People know you as his illegitimate son. All right, where we at? We got any more?
Yeah, we got quite a bit.
Oh, the mushroom started to wear off finally.
Oh, mine's
Hell yeah.
mine's
Yeah.
wore off like
Yeah.
20 minutes
Well, because
ago.
we kept microdosing with these pills, and it was. I mean,
Sometimes you be on
yeah,
a
you
dose
went to
dose, not a
Universal.
yeah,
microdose.
it's chill. Like
Everybody
it's chill,
I talk to about that
but
shit
you
be
feel
like, sometimes I'm on a meeting and it's not a microdose.
you just feel like that rush, like it's
Yeah.
like that roller
I know
coaster
what you
feeling, but
mean.
you're like, I gotta shut up right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, bro. But I hang in there, bro. I'm training my brain like a Jedi.
I'm gonna bring y'all some.
I got some
chocolate
for you
next time I
afterwards.
see y'all.
Yeah, I got some for you.
From like a special from a wizard, bro, up on the hill.
Oh what?
No.
Yeah, he's special and he's really really good at it. It's like some old school like
Is he like
this
Grateful
dude
Dead?
cultivates like
The Mario
nah.
shit.
He came after. He's a new dude, but he's like next level with it. And
Yeah.
this full shit is like top notch. So it's like when you met like a real grower back in the day
Yeah.
and you were stoked to like have some fire ass weed. It's like that type of deal.
The fools that had the real OG.
I love him. I love you calling him a wizard.
He's a wizard.
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
hill, bro.
No,
Straight up. Nah, he lives
that's
in
the
Oregon.
people that I want to
He is
eat
a
that shit
fucking
from.
wizard on the
Yeah,
hill.
that's what's
And he's gonna
up.
send you on a trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
there
what
we
you call
go.
fools like that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta like give them their.
Hey, when you go up into the hills, because we're from LA and we're part of the culture, but this ain't like the culture. When you go up into the hills and you get north of the bay, up into Sonoma, from Sonoma
You're
north,
talking about like the
Big Sur?
in the triangle,
the
dog.
triangle,
that
that
shit is
one
like
triangle,
that shit
yeah.
is the hippie, fucking dead, fucking whatever
Grateful Dead era.
culture you want to talk about in counterculture. That's it, bro. Like the fucking Sasquatch, aliens, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying?
bitches with hairy armpits.
Yeah, that too. There, you don't know what you're gonna run into up there, but definitely like like if a dude tells you that he makes acid, like he probably made acid with Timothy Leary. Like you'll be up there
that's
on
dope.
like a farm somewhere, and somebody will be like, so yeah, well, yeah, I know what that is. I studied under the guy that created MDMA, and like. And what do you mean you studied with him? He's like, yeah, like we
Historic ass
we
fool.
made
Yeah.
ecstasy together for like 10 years. And you'd be like, what the fuck?
Have you done
What's going
DMT?
on? Huh?
Have you done DMT?
I've never done DMT.
Yeah, that's one I wanted to try too. I
Yeah.
haven't either.
No. But I like, it's almost like so popular now.
Yeah, you're right.
The real shit is that 2C, dog.
Yeah, I've
I don't know.
That shit
about
is-
that.
Watch
that
all
shit
the
is
girls,
like-
all the girls are on 2C.
yeah,
Tucci.
fucking
It's
Drake talks
2CB.
about that shit, bro. And then what is it? I
2CB
remember.
is,
Yeah.
It's
no
2CB,
fun.
but it's basically like acid and MDMA.
Yeah,
and the
mixed
dude
together.
that created MDMA, it was actually his favorite compound. So he invented that as well, and it is his favorite compound, and it's very big in Colombia. But
That shit is cool.
It's wild.
It's like I've tried it once, bro. That shit is cool. Like I wouldn't say it's like an acid trip, but it's not a. It's I hate Molly, bro. I don't like Molly at all. But
Sucks, yeah.
But that shit it's like a weird feeling, and it doesn't wear off for the cool bit. But like you don't really hate it. You're just like, yo, this is lit. Like you're just like, yo, this is
I
lit.
hate it, bro.
Huh?
I hate it because I like back in the day.
That
like,
pink
when
shit,
I,
right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
like
it's-
when I fry, like I like real acid, and like when I got handed 2CB, like I looked at that fool, I was like, homie, like you should have told me it was this dog, cause I like tripping, and I was like, I don't like the whole fucking like, oh my god, like I feel like I want a sick one at the same time. It's like, bro, like I like being calm and like looking
like
at
that
shit
one-
morph.
That
I
one
like
time
MDMA.
the homie.
MDMA was my favorite compound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acid's dope. Mushrooms is dope. MDMA was my shit, and
Yeah.
not like it wasn't even.
Yeah.
It was ecstasy
Yeah.
at the time because it was before.
Yeah, but
We
you
were
knew
really
you
wiring
had
it
that
down.
real
Yeah.
shit. That's why so like
But like that was my favorite
Yeah.
shit. So I kind of like we candy flipped and we hippie flipped and we did all this
Yeah.
shit. But like that was that thing. So like 2C is like right up my alley. 'cause
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
like
my shit was kind of like the downer,
Just a
like
little bit, you know?
I was
It's a
doing,
good
it's
mix
not
of
like I do
both.
this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying like it has that.
But
like,
if you had to, you know what I mean, or
Yeah.
it was there.
Back in my rave day, I was doing like K and stuff like that.
I'd be out, bro. Like I
Yeah.
remember like rave days of being just like on one good one. Like once you hit that point and just don't talk to them for
Yeah.
the rest of the night type shit. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
throw like a whole bunch of the undergrounds in like San Bernardino at the Hudson and shit like that.
Yep.
I was like, that shit used to be crazy as fuck.
Party days.
Yep.
How many do we got left, Ray?
Not too much.
All right, let's get through.
All right. Victor Murphy, $5. Request to replay Mr. Hungry Man music video.
We'll probably play that at the end of the show. The Tommy intro song. Thank you for
yeah.
salute. Thank you for your donation.
Martin Reyes, $5. Rest in peace, M03.
R.I.P.
Dallas.
Von Dubious, $2. How was it working with Ham on Big Green? How that?
Big Green was dope, dog. It's a football film. It's a soccer film,
Ye-
and it was pretty cool and slept on. And soccer's a great sport, dog, and I love playing it, and it's very fun. And we had a good time shooting that film. We shot it in Austin, Texas, and it was a good time. It was a Disney movie, so it was a little lame, but it was it was cool.
You got a team?
I don't really. Not that like I follow, but I enjoy watching football. Like any type of, could be Champions League or MLS or whatever. Like I'll watch a game and vibe out on it. I like playing FIFA too. FIFA's dope as
Yeah,
fuck.
it's addicting too, bro.
It's a dope ass game. I love playing it.
What was your favorite movie to film?
I got to do a lot of cool shit. I mean, Sandlot was obviously like that's like a dream summer. You know what I mean? To like film that movie and all the shit we got to do and play baseball. I did Freaks and Geeks, which was like one of Judd Apatow's early shows with like fucking everybody that is, a famous comedian or actor at this point. You know, everybody was in that show, so it was a blast, bro. Like just being on that set with that much greatness around you at all times and. Improving with these dudes is fun. That shit's fun. I like that, like, whose line, improv, like, it's like having a conversation or, acting live in front of people and just bouncing comic shit off each other. That's dope.
I was acting with like Joseph.
Huh?
I was acting with that guy like what is his name? I think Franco.
James Franco.
Yeah.
Oh, Franco's dope, dog. He came to my trailer one day and he was like, "Yeah, I've been watching you at dailies. I love your shit." It was dope. He's a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
I was with the younger kids, so we didn't work together as much, but obviously we were on set together and everything. But fucking genius. Guys
Yeah,
doing
you were with
everything, you know what I'm
Sam
saying?
mostly, or what?
Yeah, with like Sam Levine and John Francis Daly and Martin Starr. Those cats, they're fucking hilarious too and super successful as well. But I was beaten up. I was the bully. In that show.
I was like, I
beating
know who
up
you
on
were. I was like,
everybody,
because I actually watched Freaks and Geeks. And shit. I was like, I
great
still
show,
watch that
bro.
shit up to
It
this
was
day.
really
Like,
fucking, really cool and really well
I
done.
was like,
yeah.
I think it was like what 1 or 2 seasons, right?
No, just a season.
Yeah,
They did like
just a
12
season.
episodes,
Yeah,
didn't even
12
finish the
episodes. Yeah,
season.
remember that?
That was a shame. You know what
Yeah.
killed Freaks and Geeks? Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Oh my
Damn.
Nah, for real. Like it was.
Yeah.
So
Man, fuck him.
yeah, no, they were playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire every night on ABC, and our show was on NBC.
god. Yeah.
And every like the first 5 weeks that the show aired, they put us on a different night and a different time slot because the
couldn't find a
networks were
spot.
scrambling
Yeah,
to
they
try to
couldn't find a
keep up with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, bro.
Yeah. I was like,
Damn.
you're scrapping
And,
full.
And it got canceled, and that was the
Yeah.
history of that.
Those were those days where there was
But
spots.
now look at it, like nobody's
Yeah.
watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire anymore. but
Yeah.
These fools are watching Freaks and
Freaks
Geeks on
and Geeks.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? They're watching
when is
throwback.
more seasons coming out?
Who fucked up now, NBC? Ooh.
Fuck him.
Somebody needs to get fired. It's like we had James Franco and Seth Rogen and Linda Cardellini and this like fucking list of celebrities, and Judd Apatow writing. What the fuck?
For real.
To have people answer
like
questions.
Paul
I was like,
Feig,
Seth was
like,
even in there.
yo, bro, the back end of the camera and the front end was like, wow, that's like some Saturday Night Live type of shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? With all the people involved. Yeah, it was dope.
I was like, dude, you're punking fools left and right in that shit.
I was a total asshole. It was fucking fun as hell.
I
It's always
bet.
fun to be a bad guy, bro. You did nothing like. I'm sure Denzel like doesn't like think like that, but being homie in Training Day was like the best shit ever, bro.
Yeah.
That's like the most alpha male badass motherfucker ever, just running the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Denzel liked that shit. You could tell he liked it because he had that like.
He had that.
Hold
he
on,
had-
what the?
He had it in
he
him.
be polishing
Yeah.
the guns off and shit.
He did that. He did fucking own all those roles. It's like you have to have that shit in you.
You know why?
already,
Because playing a bad guy is fun, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is fun.
yeah.
Makes you want to root for him.
That's why would you pick on Cairo?
Yeah, like Scarface. How cool was it to play Scarface? The guy's just
Amazing.
doing blow. He's the fucking king of
bro.
the universe.
Yeah.
They tell you
With
like
that
you just
cockiness, that
yeah.
swag. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
easy to play.
How cool is it to hurt
It's
Cairo's
not easy to
feelings?
play well.
Yeah, I don't mean easy to play, but it's
But
way
it's
easier than
fun to
playing.
play.
Yeah, fun to
Yeah.
play as in
Yeah,
you
you
got to
have
be a
more
good actor
fun being the
anyways.
bad guy, yeah.
Yeah, nobody wants to be the loser that gets picked on, like
Cairo.
or wants to cry. Man, how hard is it to cry?
It's tough.
Yeah, that's one of those things because it's one of those things that especially no guy wants to sit there and cry. So to do it
No,
well,
I mean, it's tough to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
And be vulnerable in front of
exactly.
people and on camera. Well, I mean, kids now, they're super comfortable with it, so.
yeah, they don't give a fuck.
They're crying.
Dude.
They have
I mean, they cry on TikTok, like, all day long,
They
bro.
have Sam
Yeah.
McLaughlin.
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, that's like a thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like a generational thing.
We have to cry, otherwise it's not gonna go viral.
We have a friend like that.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, it's true though. It's fucking true though. It's facts.
Think about this. Everything is manipulated now too.
Yeah.
So there's no like.
It's a trigger effect on everything.
Well, this is like off the top of the head, so this is dope because it's real, right? Like we get
there's
to
no
just
script.
say
Yeah.
and just talk and have a conversation. We're hanging out, smoking weed, drinking beer, talking shit. But like, think about that. They're like their whole life is like manipulated to try to have some certain effect or get some type of response.
It's based on trends.
Their whole life is based off of catching them in the scroll, dog. Like trying to fucking
Well, we were talking this not
Catch
too long ago.
attention, you know?
The pranks, they're not even real no more.
no.
Those pranks that they make, they
No.
just tell their homie to sit there and act like they happened and hey, act like this happens.
Hey, Danny
The
Duncan.
prank,
Danny
yeah.
Duncan. I actually went to UCLA with the kid and did like one of his little prank things, and it was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
He had me come out and we walked around UCLA and did dumb shit and said like he had a script, so we would ask him stupid ass questions like weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? And and he was like, that fool's just on it, bro. He'll be on the quad at UCLA, just go to a crazy ass college and just walk up and talk to people, and like people knew who he was. So, like, some people be like, I fucking know who you are, man, blah, blah, blah. And he'd be like, fuck. And he'd just walk away to
Yeah.
the next one and try to get some crazy-ass response.
Yeah, like
It's kind of cool. Some of them do, but I get what you mean. Like,
Yeah.
now it's like,
Some
it's
of 'em,
gotten
yeah.
to be a business where it's
Yeah.
like,
you know who's great at it? I love watching is Impractical Jokers.
oh, they were great.
Dude, they're the
They're
best.
the best.
Like I can watch these fools all day long, and it's so funny that I still can't believe that people still fall for the shit. Because to me, they're so big where it's like I'd go along with it. I'd
Just
act
because.
stupid. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And they'd probably catch on. They're like,
Yeah.
this motherfucker knows.
yeah, of course
He
he does.
fucking knows.
That's
He watches
great,
the
though.
show.
And
Yeah.
if it's funny enough, they'll put it on the show,
Yeah.
too, just because you're fucking with them.
Yeah, but I would
That's cool. That's
definitely
part
fall
of the
for it.
game.
Yeah, but I've seen those shows. It's one of my favorite shows to watch. One of those you put in the background type
Oh,
of
it's
shit.
great, bro. I
I've
love
seen it.
watching
Yeah.
Impractical. They're great, bro.
Yeah.
That's tough to do, too.
Yeah, to
It
pull
made
that
me
shit off.
uncomfortable when I was following Danny around asking some shit. It's tough to like walk up and break somebody's stride, especially in New York, bro. And they're in New York doing that shit.
Could you do
Dog,
the
if
punishments?
you ask anybody in New York like to fucking have a lighter or what the time is or how to get to your train, they look at you like you just ruined their life, bro.
Yeah.
Like you just broke their like stride. They're so fast paced, bro. If you stop them for the time, they'll be like, "The fuck are you talking to me for, bro?"
It's true though, man.
No,
Hey,
yeah.
no, it's bro.
Yeah, here's a
it's
fucking lighter.
facts.
They throw it at you. I'm
Yeah,
like, this is my train
Fool,
now, asshole.
ask
Thank you.
Cali Blaze for a lighter next time.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Here's a fucking lighter, Cairo. Like straight up. He's like, as I was saying,
Hey.
bro. Yo,
Hey,
straight
no,
up, yes.
speaking of that, I was fuck with that fool because he was like, "Oh, have you tried these new flavors?" Yeah, I was like, "Bro, I was like, I yet to try it," but he's like, "What, bro? What? Oh, watch! If you're there Friday,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you all these fucking flavors."
He's just one. He's 1,000. He's
Yeah, I
he
was
goes
like,
from
oh.
0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Hey, fool, this is joking, dog." He was like, "No, I'm gonna have jars for you tomorrow, bro. On Friday, tell Easy on the jars. I'm gonna leave at his
Yeah,
desk.
you
They're for
can't
him."
tell New York motherfuckers. It's like, what? You ain't heard of me? Oh hell no! I'm about to let you
I
know.
was
Hey,
like,
New York is a busy ass city. You gotta be a loud motherfucker in the city to be like, have you not? I mean, look at Harlem, dog. Harlem is like the most, like Dapper Dan, the most over the top dress, Cameron with the pink and this thing. That's the city, bro. The city you have to be big to stand out. LA's different vibes. Like we have that like soft spoken, cool
Yeah.
workwear vibe. They got that like, you got to be part of the show, bro, because this shit is moving fast.
Yep, that's very true, man. It's different vibes. What's the next one, Ray? Ray's like, go, man. The mushrooms are hitting.
Nah, I'm good on the mushrooms. I'm just taking my time. That's all. Eric Cruz, $4.99 triple flip XG for talking too goddamn much.
Damn.
Oh damn!
I added that part.
Okay.
Oh,
There you
I'm
go.
just playing. No, but you do gotta do a triple flip.
Yeah, I'll do
Better
it.
get to it. It's
How do you
charged.
do it? Can someone
Triple
load it
flip.
up?
Yeah, I'll go get you some
What's the
ice
triple
downstairs.
Oh, there's some right here.
All right.
All right. All right, next one.
And more, $1.99. And she put in the fucking emoji thumb up.
Thank you. Thank you for your donation.
Esmo de la Torre, $10. Porque sí, cheers, fellas.
Thank you.
Always coming through, Esmo. Thank you.
What's up?
T Perez, $2. Ease on top 5 beers you like from craft beers.
All the what is it? Aero Lodge brewing collabs, which is like the what is it? Bud's 420 release. The OJ Juice is Loose.
That shit dope.
I want to say with the Humble Sea releases a lot of good IPAs. I like, of course, the collabs I did with 450 North Brewery. Can recommend any of those. Untitled Beverage.
I like this one.
Yeah, the Kobe beer.
The Kobe beer. That one's dope. The double hazy
Yeah.
IPA.
There's And then in the stout game, I want to at least give one. Oh, I already said untitled beverage art. So, yeah, I want to say between those, that should give you more than enough than a couple of variations of what I like. You know, I gotta fuck with everything. Shout out to Craft Beer Kings and shout out to Mo. They always take care of me. I always go in there. I feel like a kid in a candy store and get whatever the fuck I want there, and we get to try it all. So I can't really have a certain favorite one, but those are a couple of the ones that I fuck with, and they do have repeated releases on there.
Shout out to Heady Beer. That's dope.
Yeah, for real.
I fuck with anybody that takes the craft serious.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Yep, you got to,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, I was talking to the dude. The dude from Rare Brew just did a Sandlot piece with all of the characters and everything in a release, and he was talking about like going to San Diego and doing collab brews with like big breweries and different things, and it's dope, you know. Like I like that that's being looked at as the craft that it is.
Because you're over there by the Emerald Triangle, they take that shit serious over there, huh? The craft beer.
They take, I mean, I'm sure they do. I think craft beer is like big all over the country. Fuck,
Yeah, and now it is.
It's getting, and like the heady type of beer.
Yeah,
Craft brew has been a little thing, but
it's the same thing with with like the real quality weed, bro. It's like before everybody just knew the gas was the shit over OT, and then now it's like motherfuckers know about runts and all this other crazy shit. So it's the same thing. It's like they know every liquor store starting to have a craft beer little aisle on them. You know, at least that's what I noticed. It's changing, bro.
yeah, fools drinking heady beer out of heady glass, bro. It's a heady world. Fuck it.
Yep.
It's some collectible shit.
It is. Next one.
We got Jeffy $2. Shout out to the guest and Sam. Nice to see you on. And the last one from Sandy Dreads.
What is Sandy saying?
Said
Nothing.
three
She
flips,
just
dude, that was
donated
like four.
$2.
Oh, salute. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. Was that the last one?
Yep.
No, wait. I think we got Moise's. I see it on the.
All right, let me refresh the screen.
Yeah, I know. I've been seeing that. I don't know what's up with the YouTube shit. There, it wouldn't like. It's not even on Lifetime. But yeah, he sent a little emoji.
There you go.
$10 donation. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the show. Appreciate you, Moises Gray. Yeah, that was the last donation. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in. I want to thank you so much, bro, for coming on the show, bro.
My pleasure, brother.
It's like another thing off my checklist, bro. It's crazy because I'm like, man, I tell my younger brother, I was like, man, dude, I was like, who knew all the shit that I was telling you? You know, where you're like, I want to meet that person. I want to meet that person. And now he's like, you're living this shit like 20 years later. And
It's dope.
Yeah, and it's dope to really to have the opportunity to cross paths like that, and especially like on such a familiar thing, man. And what's any shout outs you got? What's your company? What's your collab that you got going? Because I know you got. We didn't even get to your own. We only scratched the surface, bro.
That's all good. I got a rec drop at Cookies La Mesa on the 15th. That's our first rec drop for my Squints brand and for Foreign Genetics. And we're about to be in the rec market in California and then elsewhere probably. And find me at Squints on Instagram, and everybody is somebody I already know.
There you go. Make sure you guys follow the man and check him out. Show up there for that release. We gotta get you in the green
come out
thumbs.
to Cookies La Mesa. That'll be dope.
We gotta get you in green thumb too, bro.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'll have.
I'll talk to the boss man. I'll see you.
I was like,
Yeah,
make that happen
yeah.
soon.
We're already in
Yeah.
contact. It's all
Okay.
good.
Perfect.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I was just like, man. I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like, hold on. We need you in our store too, man.
Yeah.
But,
No.
yeah.
We, like I said,
Yeah.
we'll be at all the places we should be within the next couple months. So
Perfect, man. Make sure you guys check him out, man, because this is. I know if you're around my age, if you got an older brother that's 10 years older than me, or about 15 years older, you grew up in that generation. So it's like you're impacted from shit like the Rugrats to like shit from the Sandlot to the original Halloween movies. You don't know. We're a product of a generation that we don't really know what the outcome of the shit that we were exposed to is really, it's gonna show yet, because we're that fucking dial-up era, bro. You know what I mean? We had access to the internet for the first. We had it first. You know what I mean? So we made that transition.
It was a weird place.
It was such a weird fucking place, bro. So it's
Fucking Ryan.com.
I feel that
Fuck,
people
bro.
Two
don't
girls, one cup.
people don't acknowledge that shit, man. That's what we represent here on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Ray, what is it? Shout outs.
Shout out to everybody. Chauncey, thank you for coming by, dude.
Peace,
and
brother.
thank you for being a part of that film, honestly.
Bro,
you already
it
know.
was
It
a blessing,
changed.
you know what I'm
It
saying?
changed.
it's a blessing for me to be able to, vibe and connect with people. It's dope.
Yeah. It's great.
Sammy, shout outs.
Shout out to everyone that's been supporting. Shout out to all the you know, like people that buying shit off of the High and Hungry website, and that's pretty much it.
Xavier.
What's up? Thank everybody who hit the like button. Tinfoil Hat Podcast will be out in Dallas with me, Sam Tripoli, Eddie Bravo. Get your tickets; they will sell out. And yeah, E-Zone, we got new merch coming out pretty soon.
Yeah, we do. I have my embroidery people working on it, so make sure you guys look out for the new We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. There's going to be some shirts, and there's going to be some hats. And you know that the mystery boxes as well. There's going to be some elite mystery boxes for all you motherfuckers that want a rig in your mystery box. So, you know, you go to there's different
told you
levels
what's gonna be in there.
Yeah, I found some more rigs, so I was like, yo, we can step it up again.
Let's go.
So make sure you guys check it out at highhungry.shop, flavorsbyezone.com. I don't think that we slowed down the High and Hungry. It's just, look, man, I learned a lot, and I'll talk about it on Saturday. Just because shit's opening back up doesn't mean that everybody's ready to open back up again. It's a slow start, and you got to be patient with this shit. Don't forget that a lot of the people that help turn the wheels or fucking help roll the boat fucking left somewhere else because these companies don't fucking take the initiative and take care of their people. So if you see that your favorite spot is not open or doesn't have all the tables or the fucking waitresses or hosts to fucking take care of your shit, be patient. People left the fuck out of here that were depending on a job. They had to go ahead. Their life kept going on. And I'm starting to see that a lot. So, you know, just be patient with everybody out there. That does not mean we're back to 100%. Make sure you guys, like I said, subscribe to any restaurant that we show you from now on High and Hungry. Just know that we're out there highlighting motherfuckers that are survivors, man, because we really need you guys to show out now more than ever, especially on like some LA shit or just California shit. We got to heal. It takes a long time to open up, and now we got to heal back. So, and that comes with everybody's participation. And 7:10, I got a comedy show coming up in Denver. So make sure you guys look out for that. 7:10, it's a High and Hungry comedy show. I'm also working on a couple other comedy shows that I will be doing here. And also the 4th of next month, I will be in the Green Room LA, which is in San Fernando Valley doing comedy. So I'm getting back to doing comedy, y'all. I fucking
Hell
feel like
yeah.
this fucking,
Hey.
feel like my plants are getting watered again,
That's
bro.
right, dog.
Trying to fucking offend some people.
We need a good laugh or
Yeah, man.
somebody to be mad at.
It's like that's what I fucking get high off, man. Just fucking being able to entertain motherfuckers and just bringing that laugh. So with that being said, hit that thumbs up. We see you guys here on Saturday. Thank you again to our guests and to our sponsors. We're out. Peace out.